Well, look at that. Typical Craig.
Here comes playing. Oh my word! Absolutely magnificent. Wait! He rose so
Be a long night. Paquetá, he's played it through. And Bowen's in. It's up for grabs now. He's done it.
Good evening, everyone. Welcome to the good, the bad, and the ugly. I hope everyone's keeping well and looking forward to this evening, especially the fact that we're starting a little bit early. Maybe it'll be a regular thing, but we're also keeping an eye on the Arsenal game. We won't be laughing at all, because we've got respect for Anthony after all. We've got to think of him. How are we, Fuzzy?
I'm doing all right. Doing okay. Stubborn cold from weeks ago is sort of lurking around a little bit, but as is the diseases nowadays, so probably going to be dead this time next month. So you know how it is, but yeah, team wise, that was close. Team wise, of course, 4-3 loss to Brentford midweek, but we're kind of like throwing the primary school at them. At the Premier League teams now. So, I think this season Premier League is a bit of a write-off. But, tomorrow night could be in the final. Most likely going to be in the final, but never underestimate United and 3-0 leads in the European competitions. Because, let's be honest, the team that's playing at the moment, PSG, they've bottled a 4-0 lead. So, I think it's throw caution to the wind, and
If this first goal is obviously going to count, and just seeing Rice missing that header, wonky tongue header, and of course they're just showing old Dembele, so Arsenal fans must be thinking it's our day because he's not playing. Just the people in the chat, Anthony will be joining us. He is running a little bit late, and he has kind of confirmed it, so he will be with us. Hopefully be in a sober state, but we'll find out. Depends how this half goes. But as always, let's start off with the great people in the chat, and we're starting off with Matt. Good evening, Matt. And he's saying Pac-Man D-Day next week, keeping everything crossed for the good news. The problem is, though, if that's the case, it's where it goes from that point onwards. The City kind of think, well, he's all okay now, squeaky clean. Let's snap him up, ready for the summertime. Matt's also saying big up to the panel. Daz, good evening to you. Yeah, Alf. So I was on a show the other day, so I was calling me Alf. Mandy was calling me Alf.
Alf.
Alien Life Form. That's probably about right. That was a great TV series. Good evening to Words and Pictures. Evening, Matt. Evening, Daz. And also he's saying to us, evening, Tony, Anthony, and Fuzzy. And evening to yourself as well. Good evening, usual.
Yes.
Hope you're keeping well. Good evening, ladies. And Matt saying, come on, Arsenal, but also throw Teta out.
Yeah.
And they're saying no
throw
to each
Teta
other.
in forever. Just get Arsenal to lose, but then keep Teta in forever and ever and ever and ever and ever.
So when you look, this kind of shows you in certain respects, Arsenal now have had kind of two opportunities to be 2-0 up already at this stage. Donnarumma just got, saved it. So maybe that's the writing on the wall for him. You never know. Words and Pictures, he's saying, I'm waiting for us to sign Vincent Price, Peter Cushing, and Christopher Lee. Then our Hammer Horror will be complete. It's all part of Sullivan's cunning plan, Words and Pictures. Matt saying, should change the good, the bad, and the ugly to under pressure, under stress, and underachieved. Yes. Maybe for next season, Matt. You never know. And they're saying to each other. Matt's also saying
the story of the three hairlines. the The receding, the finished, and the holy shit, what is that?
Dear me. Matt's also, they've all underachieved, so all should be under pressure and stress, to be honest. Yeah, not good for all of us. Nice one, Matt. Matt's also saying up Tony's back is better today. It's getting there. Still tight as, but I've got a bit more kind of mobility, but I've been, doing a lot of heat and soft tissue exercises just to kind of free it up. So it is kind of slowly getting there. But thanks, Matt, for asking. Words and pictures all saying, oh, yes, well said, Matt. I hope he's recovering too. Slowly but surely, but of course, unfortunately, I'm stuck on this project, so I've got to be there. So got no choice of kind of getting out of it. Dad's saying like the words, and also evening to the gang. Big up, Rob. Good to see you, mate. Evening, Gaffer. Evening to yourself, number one. Hope you're keeping well, mate. And I've been seeing your comments on Facebook, so it's not like I've not forgotten about you, mate. And I hope everything's all right for you and Nicky. So thanks for coming, matey. Really appreciate it as always. And also to Richard. So look, at least we've got the Herbert in the house. Yeah, proper one. I call it now. PSG,
The real one.
Arsenal won tonight, and he'll say it to everyone as well. Harry, good evening, all you beautiful people. Come in your irons. Hope you're keeping well, mate. And he says, don't forget Arnold Schwarzenegger. We ain't got no powerhouses anyway.
What a save again. This has just been all Arsenal. What the fuck? PSG, what are you doing?
It's all part of the cunning plan. Sucker them in. Make them feel like that, and then before you know it, PSG will turn it on and that'll be that. Donnarumma's on form now. Good evening, Mama. Hope you're well. Evening, Tom and Fuzzy. I'll be back. I wish me back. I will be back.
I'll be back.
Really appreciate it. We did come back. Even Chatsy saying as well. And good evening to Russ Morgan. Up the arse. Yeah, they're doing all right at the moment. They're enjoying spells, and they're going to say it's because Party's playing, it's a masterclass. So yeah, Matt's got it right. Queen Mod, aka Mama Flossie. And of course, as always, it's good to see they all appreciate each other. Richard's saying 2 of my teams, hopefully tomorrow night, will reach the final. Man United Europa League and Bristol City to the playoffs. I think City's got a really good chance of doing that, Rich. I'll be honest with you. I mean, Donnarumma's on form. Look, that's another one he's pulled off, isn't it? Oh, hold on. He's lying on the floor though. Is he blown out of his arse, or has he actually hurt himself? It looks like he's got something in the old knackers by the looks of it, where his hand was going. Let's have a look at the replay.
Probably just jarred his shoulder a bit.
Either that or he's landed on his dick, one or the other.
If you're able to land like that, then Jesus, you're probably well hung. The backup keeper's getting himself warmed up as well now. Interesting. Harry's saying the arse will choke like a €10 Paris brass tonight. Good evening, Aces. Hope you're well. And he's saying also to Fuzzy Murray and Mama, they will say hello to each other. Oh my God, what's that? What's he doing? He's done it again. Can't clear a ball. 2 bites at the cherry and neither of them connect. Crazy.
I'm just slightly behind, so I'm going to watch this see on this one and we'll come back into the chat. Mind you, I mean, I'm assuming that's the Arsenal fans. You can see over behind the party, or is it Saka? One of the two. But no one's kind of bouncing around, which you expect at this stage.
Great tackle that.
But they're not doing that stupid free kick that cost them last time. Good evening, Leon. Hope you're well. Evening, Tony and Fuzzy.
Oh, my
Hello, all online.
That's Leon.
Hit the like, please, Mama saying, and thank you very much. And obviously, don't forget, if you haven't already, go to Fuzzy's channel and give him a little subscribe as well, please. Evening, Leon. Ace is saying, unfortunately, Sheffield United will win the playoffs. Yeah, more than likely that's going to be the case, isn't it? I mean, Chris Wilder, yeah,
and then they'll get relegated next season. We know how the script works.
Exactly. Well, you've seen that they've basically given old Farker the kiss of death. Yes, we're going to stay with him for the new season. We're going to, the summer.
Maybe they're just bamboozling the whole of world football, and Real Madrid are blocking his Carlo Ancelotti's move to Brazil so that they can do a deal with Leeds United. give Carlo Ancelotti to Leeds.
You imagine that? Yeah, there'd be a shock announcement. Matt saying DP on the crown jewels. I want to make sure my back's all right, Matt. I don't want to jolt me back after feeling that pain. That's not a pleasant one. That's for sure. We should say no. Bristol City, George Murphy would die us up. And there's something shabby. It's always good. Aces, I'll have a few quid on them tomorrow. Nice to know what the odds are as well than usual, if you don't mind. Some love, all good. Good evening, Frog. How's it going, Hammers? Are we all good? Yeah, we're good, man. We're good. Hope you're as well, mate. Thanks for coming in as always. And saying like with each other there. Thank you very much, Harry. I've gently caressed the like button. And you're probably not wrong. You can see it coming a mile off, can't you? A couple of bad results, and he's gone. There'll be no qualms about that. He'll be completely out of it. Matt saying, feel sorry for Clever at Watford. Signs permanent deal, then gets sacked at the end of the season. Well,
what was it? They said 5 wins in 2025 in a championship, and I was like, nah, I get sacked. Watford are so weird. It's like they'll hire managers that are awful candidates, and they're like, hey, why didn't you get us promoted? We're going to sack you now. But then replace him with another Finnish candidate. And then it's like they're not close to promotion either, to be honest.
No.
So it's like, what are we doing here? You're appointing to sack for the sake of it. Maybe they just like sacks.
Well, listen, I'm just going to see. I'm sure there's some weird and wonderful figure. Let's see if we can. Managers.
PSG have been awful.
Yeah.
Absolutely abysmal.
So here you go. You've had, and this just shows you, look at this. Let's go back. I'm literally going to go from the Jesus Christ almighty. Let's go from bloody hell. There's a few here, mate. So we'll jump to the 2008-2009 season. So you had Malky Mackay was a caretaker manager. Then you had Brendan Rodgers. Malcolm Mackay came back in again. He only lasted 2. Sean Dyche, he lasted 1. Gianfranco Zola came in July 2012, went December 2013. Giuseppe Sannino, 2013 to 14. Oscar Garcia Unet, September 2014, September 2014. Billy McKinley, September 2014, October 2014. Slavisa Jankovic, October 2014, June 2015. Kike Sanchez Flores, June 2015 to May 2016. Walter Mazzari, July 2016, May 2017. Marco Silva, May 2017, January 2018. Javier Gracia, January 2018, September 2019. Kike Sanchez Flores again, September 2019, December 2019. Hayden Mullins as a caretaker, literally just in December. Then Nigel Pearson came in from December to July 2020. Hayden Mullins came back in as caretaker manager again. Then Vladimir Ivic, August 2020 to December 2020. Zisco Munoz, December 2020 to October 21. Claudio Ranieri, October 21 to January 22. Roy Hodgson, January 22 to May 22. Rob Edwards, May 22 to September 22. Slaven Bilic, September 22 to March 23. Chris Wilder, March 23 to May 23. Valerian Ishmael, May 23 to March 24. And then Tom Cleverley, March 24, May 25. What a joke.
I think they're Real Madrid, but they're not. Oh my God. That could have been 1-0 PSG off the post and miles out.
He will come. He will come. Have the faith. Here is the man himself. He's coming in. Good evening, matey.
Big up, lads. You okay?
Oh, that's it. Yourself?
Yeah,
Where the
not
fuck
too
have
bad.
you-
I just got back. I thought I'll come down here, come up, well, come in, sit down, come on the show, and put the game on. My missus had the audacity, yeah, to cancel fucking TNT Sports. So I can't watch the game. So I got here it through Sky Sports News.
Oh, shit, man.
So
Divorced.
we're mourning a fucking divorce, Fuzz.
The lawsuit.
You never mess about with a man's football game. Never, ever, ever. And
Some
I've got to
say
be honest
that
with you.
football is a life and death.
It is.
Football,
It is.
I think it's more.
It is. And I'm not being funny. I got to be honest with you. Football was in my life before my partner.
Mm-hmm.
So, and that's the way how it is. That's the way how the cookie crumbles. Any man will tell you this, Buzz. Football came before the misses, and it still does. All right.
Yeah.
So big up everybody. Thanks for everybody tuning in. And I see there's quite a lot of people in the comments. So
Yeah, and if you look at the ticker tape at the bottom there is a call number for husband on a nurse. Oh man, good to see you, any mate. Anyway, it's good.
yeah.
Evening, Michael, please. Evening, Tony Fuzzy, Mama, and the chat. Harry saying hip flexor stretches for a lower type back tone. Yes, I've been doing those, mate, and I've had me up against the wall and all that stuff. Been doing all the bits and pieces. So yeah, it's a lot better than what it was, that's for sure. Good evening, Michael. And say hello to each other. Big up to I Am Titanium. Hope you're well. Hi, Tony and Fuzzy. And they're actually going to say hello to you as well now when you're coming in.
Wait,
Oh,
Tom,
bloody
I didn't think you can't hear my telly, can you? I swear I've lowered it right down, but can you hear like a TV that's going in the background or no?
no, because you're talking.
No, I can't hear
No,
anything.
no, you're
No?
fine. You're
All
fine. As you say, Anthony Joshua buy a stake in Watford. Oh, bloody hell. They're doomed in if that's the case.
It's no longer just sackings now. It's you get a punch in the face.
So I don't know if you've heard it, Anthony. I was just reading out the amount of managers that Watford's gone since like the 2008 season. It's madness.
What's these? Just Premier League managers or?
Well, these
Just
managers
managers
literally
in
full
general.
stop that they've gone through. They've got literally a merry-go-round.
Cool, bloody hell.
One of the
Like,
revolving doors.
no-
They come
no
in and
one-
back out again.
Yeah, no one's really lasted longer than 3 months.
I know Man United's had a few.
Mate, they've probably had more managerial changes than we've had managerial changes in the last decade. And, for what they go through in a season, we go through in a decade. And we're apparently a scumbag sacking club. Back in the days where we were sacking managers like, oh, they should be giving them more time. I'm like, well.
Yeah. Well, our manager's been given time. And if you don't win tonight, you should be gone. I had this.
How far he's out of the fucking technical area? Sorry, mate.
Well,
He is at. If you put 2 technical areas in that, that's how far our technical is at from the area.
Is he standing in Donnarumma's box? It's like, this is my technical area. Pass me the
Literally,
ball.
yeah. He might as well be. Yeah, now, man. I used to say Watford Asian owners, ruthless aggression. Yeah, madness though, and achieving nothing. That's the thing. Come on, PSG. Daz is saying, I'm entertaining. It's about 69 managers. It is absolute madness. Yeah, there's certain clubs, if they've got a bad reputation, for dumping managers left, right, and centre. Why sign from him? Michael Blees is saying one of the reasons Championship teams can't compete in the Prem is their PSO is much lower. It's done over 3 years, so they need to stay in the Prem 2 seasons to be able to match premium spend, which is a fair shout. I think we already said this last time, didn't we? These
there we go.
teams are coming up.
Zooming in on the set piece coach.
Again,
they're doing it. They're literally zooming in on his face. It's just like,
well, he acted badly last time, didn't he? Look how much room they're giving Odegaard.
Is he actually playing okay?
Well, PSG are sitting so deep, they're allowing Arsenal to come at him, basically. And you in the first 5 minutes, that it should have been 2-0 up, at least.
hey, Julian Timber showed his nipple. Referee, book him.
But yeah, you should literally kind of be 2-0 up at this stage.
Yeah.
Leon's saying, we are French today, apart from Anthony, obviously. Harry's saying, good evening, Anthony. I thought I saw St Bernard title and Austin Montego in the car park.
Big up, Harry.
And they're selling it to each other there. To you. Big up, Steve Bell. Hope you're well, mate.
Oh, well, they've cocked this up. One pass, do I? What are you going to do with it?
I am Titanium said you should start a relationship with Fuzzy. And
what a prick. What the fuck,
What?
Titanium?
Did he see that? I am since he went, what a prick. Look at this comment here, Fuzz. You the top right out, you went, what a prick. Straight away.
I was going to do a prick. But yeah, Titanium, you prick.
Oh.
That's usually your tagline. Like Goldbridge calls people prats, you call people pricks.
It's what singing.
We need to give ask Tony what his tagline for people is.
We do it off air and that, so that way then I don't get cancelled.
Yeah.
It's fine. I've already recorded you saying that word like a million times. Already cancelled.
Yeah.
Sent it into the BBC. You'll see the news reports come up later on tonight.
Where's a picture saying you should send Tony a 25-year-old brass? That'll be enough inspiration to cure his back. Yeah, we know the place as well.
Send him Susan Boyle.
Jesus Christ.
Yes. She'll walk all over him, Fuzz.
Send him Donna Cullen.
Donna Cullen.
Immediately, every injury fixed. Have 2 broken legs? Don't worry, you'll be running faster than Usain Bolt with them 2 broken legs in no time.
Yeah, I'll make sure of that.
See, look, there you go. That's the news report. It's already come up.
As always, it's just kind of alluding to some kind of shooting that went out in America where they murdered a motorist. And, of course, the coppers get let off. Leon saying, my missus leaves me alone when the game is on. She thinks she brings bad luck. We lost every time she's watched with me. So don't blame Loppy or Potter. it's Leon's missus.
It's bad omen.
Harry's saying, get the manure list up since Alex plays Tone. God, bloody hell, man. Yeah, Fuzzy, you can rattle this one off yourself, can't you, by heart? How many managers have been since Alex Ferguson left?
So David Moyes, for about 7 months, had Ryan Giggs in charge for like the last 4 Prem games.
Van Gaal.
Give it to Giggs there. Yeah, followed by Van Gaal. Got sacked at the end of the season. Replacing him was Jose Mourinho. He got sacked after we lost 5-1 to Liverpool. Actually, no, it wasn't 5-1, it's 3-1 at Anfield. Replaced by temporary Ole Gunnar Solskjaer. Then that night happened in Paris and got made permanent. Everything went wrong. Scott McTominay suddenly became more important to Man United than Pele ever was to Brazil. Then we had, who was it? Ralph Rangnick?
Racket Ralph, yeah. Yeah, you had him.
Yeah, I think it was Racket
Ralph.
Yeah, Racket Ralph.
I think it was Racket Ralph. He came in, he basically said, yeah, y'all a bunch of piss ants, and basically you've screwed the club. And they was like, hell nah. They sacked him for that. Replaced him with the ball fraud in Eric Ten Hag. And Eric Ten Hag frauded his way to 2 trophies in 2 years, and then half a season. Got sacked. Ruud van Nistelrooy for 4 games, and then or 3 games, 3 or 4 games, and then here we are with Ruud van Nistelrooy.
And
Not
then
Ruud
Ten
van
Hag
Nistelrooy.
was the best one out of all of them because within 3 years he won them 2 trophies. So
Actually, technically, Mourinho was. Because you got a second place in the league behind Man City. Yeah. And he said that his 80 points with a defence made up of Chris Smalling and Phil Jones was his best ever achievement. And to be honest, in hindsight, I could probably say that I have reason to believe that.
Fuzzy, you've got a brilliant manager now, as in Amaron. He's got 31.8 win ratio.
What a fucking goal that is, Fabian Ruiz. He is absolutely slapped that one.
So I'm just slightly behind, so I'm just going to watch it going on from here.
Out of nowhere.
End the stream, Dave. End the stream.
End the stream, Dave. Flares are already off.
I am Titanium saying more managerial change than United's existence. Yeah, unbelievable. Airport. Set piece coach is the actual manager. Yeah, because I wonder if he threw his toys out the Prem like he did last week. I'm just going to watch this now. You're not wrong there, Fuzzy.
Oh, mate, Martinelli. The touch, Martinelli's literally, he's got no business in that. He's just like, oh, where's that going?
They've tried to defend it, Anthony. I mean, again, you've got Rice kind of saying, come on, let's get the ball back to the other, let's get going again. What's Odegaard doing? They're not even focusing on Odegaard. That's the worst part.
I mean. This is what I mean. I was working with 2 deluded Arsenal fans today, and I have got to call them 2 deluded because all I kept hearing was, "Oh, Arteta in, he's done a fantastic job. Look what you're achieving." Yeah, but what have we won? What have we won? And then to top it off, I got the hose pipe. Do you know what I mean? I got so fed up with them. Right? They were singing North London Forever. I went, fuck off. Right? And I squirted them with the hose pipe. They went, don't do that. I said, well, shut the fuck up then and talk about something else instead of North London Forever. Right? They were just singing it to wind me up. So I just squirted them with the hose pipe.
That's the easy way. Yeah, that's the way to do it.
Yeah.
So in need of a hair flick.
So just looking at so the corner was the free kick was delivered in. I think it was Partey that headed the ball. Martinelli just kind of went racing past the player, and then of course, he just kind of chested it down, and Ruiz just whacked it in. Ray had no chance.
No.
Michael,
I'll have to watch the highlights.
Yeah.
Oh, and it's one pass through again. This could be 2. This is 2. Barcola, wrong foots. Oh, again they fuck it up.
This is what they did last week. Everything was going at the keeper. That was the thing.
Ousmane Dembele's on the touchline. He's just like, what are these guys doing? It's literally a 2v1 plus goalkeeper. Barcola switches the feet. Declan Rice, to be fair, puts a touch in as the ball's being struck, and it just takes all the power off it and puts it straight to Raya's arms. But man, they're taking liberties, PSG. Bury your chances.
Well, they did that last week. You know, the shots were straight at the keeper. They should be, doing a lot better, especially a team like that.
Hakimi's trying to hit the goal back in the Emirates in London with that shot.
I've just seen that. He overcooked the pass there in the first place. Look, and he had time to do something there, didn't he? Well done to Rice. Yeah. Michael Blue saying, apparently, I've seen this as well. I don't know if you've seen this, Anthony. Apparently, you've put in a bid of 50 million, and apparently not a penny more for Kudus, and a take it or leave it deal. Yeah.
Yeah. And I did read that. But this is what we're like now. But this is something to do with Berta. now because he's obviously our director. Look, so
Mm.
he gets good players in, but he tries and gets them in like in a cheap and cheerful kind of way. So, but I know
For Alvarez,
West Ham will
for
want more than
Atletico.
that. You've got to put at least. I'm not being funny for someone like Kudos. You've got to put at least another 20-25 million pound bid in. Let's say 75, and that ain't just to get the player. That's just to have a talk with the player.
Yeah, exactly. Whet the appetite, as they say. Whet the
Yeah.
appetite.
Yeah.
Because I agree with what Michael's put on the end. Yeah, they can go and do one. 100% on that.
Yeah.
I mean, it was I think Berta in charge of Atletico at the time of the season where they signed Conor Gallagher and Julian Alvarez. Spent like 90 million on Julian Alvarez. It's like 90 million on that guy.
90 million on him, yeah.
What? I wouldn't even look at 50. I wouldn't look at 50 for him.
No. But
About
this is what Man
45,
City
right?
wanted to do, Fuzz, because he still had I think he still had something like 3 years or maybe 4 years left on his contract. So it's like what I said, even though your player signs a contract, let's say like a 3 or 4 year contract, it still don't stop that player leaving that season.
There is
It's
that
just that
possibility. Yeah.
Yeah,
No,
and they
you're
just
not
want the more. They just want the money for it for that player. Look,
I mean, like, there's obviously talk about Bowen's head being turned, but then he signed a 7-year contract. So, like something like that.
exactly. Yeah.
As you said, money talks at the end of the day.
Mm.
Matt saying, yeah, for Kudos, 90 million plus minimum for him. Aces is saying, and I know he meant Tony, you lawless on West Ham Fan TV admitted that he was a Newcastle fan in 95 until Di Canio signed for West Ham when he started supporting the Hammers. Yeah. Flip-flop FC. So it ain't just Arsenal fans that are flip-flops.
Mm.
Des is saying, Tony, next game, what do you think, mate? I can't see us win another game. Well, of course, it is Man United. But as always, it is West Ham that turns up. Yeah. Well, for us, mate, it's West Ham. West Ham turn up and, it all goes Pete Tong, as they say. So who knows? And, of course, then we've got Forest and then we've got Ipswich as the last game. So, yeah. Do we kind of get anything out of it? I don't know. I don't know if we're going to get anything out of those 3 games. Maybe the Man United game we probably will do. And you're going to see Ipswich doing an almighty one against us for the last game of the season. And that will then literally sum up our season. Steve saying, broke up with Mrs. 2 years ago. Reckoned I love football more than I did her. Shame, really. Would have been our 8th season together.
See,
Well,
even Steve's process is not as long as Arteta's. What's this?
Dear. That's so they're putting the scoreline in. It was Ace. It was a hit. Yeah, definitely. And Matt saying P45 for Fraud Teta. Good night, Vienna. Yeah. Martinelli, man. 2-0 in aggregate now. Yep. Can Arsenal put anything back from this? We'll see. Harry saying we walk through the cold here. Usually I've lumped on PSG at 21-20. Ruiz 27 minutes. Thank you, Harry. Yep. We're going to catch up with the chat. Then we're going to talk about our 3 clubs and who do you think they're going to offload. I think that's the next thing we can talk about. Who scored it is Ruiz or whatever I can say it. Steve Bill saying European trophies are not for everybody. Absolutely. And it looks like the missus done you a favour. You don't have to watch this.
Yeah, I think she most probably did. I'll have to buy her some flowers tomorrow. See, I'm glad.
That's why she got rid of your TNT subscription. It's like, I cannot stand another minute of watching Arsenal Football Club try and play football in my house.
Well, I mean, the thing I'm using here kind of thing, you literally pay 70 quid for the season and you can watch any game you want.
Yeah. I'm going to have to get what you got, saying that on one of those dodgy tampons you can stick in the back of the telly. And
I'm wearing it on my head now. What are you on about? Harry's saying, then the ask can fuck off, Michael. There's a release clause. Barcola is overrated, in my opinion. Yeah, Ace, you're not wrong there as well. League Gunner 12-hour emergency stream tonight. Yeah. I've already got my nuclear bunker set up ready for the blast all around the area.
Got to make
Frog
sure you
saying-
got the wet floor signs as well in case they do some monumental comeback. Wet floor signs out for North London.
I think me and you and Anthony have got more chance of winning the lottery on this stage.
Yeah.
No, I mean PSG do like to bottle Champions League games, so
They used to, yeah. And I'm not being funny. That you got to think that was when they had the likes of Neymar and Messi playing for them. You know, they had a good team, but they just couldn't. In Europe, they just wasn't that great. But now you look at them
Oh
now.
my days! Who's that? Was that Rice? What a
Yeah.
fucking fluff shot he's just done there!
try to monopolise the game
Dear
as much as
me.
possible, but trying to build a team like that just doesn't work.
Yeah.
Doesn't
The thing
work
with this-
quite the way that people expect it to.
The thing with this PSG team, though, when you think all the names there like Neymar and Mbappe and that, they got a shot over them and that, and they're actually better without.
Yeah.
Well, do you,
I think
that's going to ask me a question. Question to both of you, right? And I think I asked, I can't remember if I asked Tom this question, I may have done. Do you find that Mbappe is just slightly overrated?
Oh, I think he's criminally overrated.
I thought you was going to say overweight first of all because
I thought he was going to say that.
Because that's the other thing. He does look a bit of a chubster.
Overweight from that cranium.
You know, he does look a bit of a chubster. But yes, he is overrated.
Yeah.
You know, and the fact that he's
Just
kind of
French,
forced to move to Madrid, really, when you think about it from PSG.
Mm.
And
French Marcus Rashford. You're
He's not
just a
that much, is
French
he?
Marcus Rashford. French Marcus Rashford. You're just a French Marcus Rashford. Well, he is. I mean, just pace to burn, a couple of step overs, not a ball this way or that way, and then sometimes a 50-50 with a mean strike on him, and that's it. The amount of like big chances he's missed when he's had like Neymar and Messi teeing him up has been absolutely crazy. And it's like the PSG. I don't even think PSG Mbappe was the best Mbappe. I think the Monaco Mbappe, the breakout Mbappe that played. I think he actually played on the wings. I think he played on the wing, and then they had like Falcao up top in their team.
Yeah, Falcao was a man, wasn't he?
And then they had Bernardo Silva on the other side. Like that was the best version of Mbappe, and he's just he's not seen the same ability player.
True, agree on that.
Well, I just seen your goals. I haven't watched matches day or anything like that. And your manager is being interviewed now on Sky Sports News Fuzz. And I tell you what, out of the 4 goals they scored, they shoot 3 of them, and 3 of them, what I've seen, I can put them down to defensive errors, mistakes.
Oh yeah, we've got Agent Luke Shaw in the team, so don't worry about it. Probably allegedly a dressing room leak. He's been here for about a decade now.
Yeah,
and gets paid a huge amount of money. He's never fit. It's the king of Burger King and TikTok, and that's a legacy of Luke Shaw, unfortunately.
yeah.
Could have been England's best left back of the modern era since Ashley Cole, with the amount of potential that he had to him, and absolutely fucked it at pretty much every turn, and then his body breaks down. More strength in a poppadom than there is in his legs.
No, we see the same. I can see the same about Calafiori at Arsenal. I mean, I've never known a defender that's actually made of glass. With his injuries that he gets and all that, it's just unbelievable. I reckon our physios or something like that. Do you know when he actually signed the players and they go in, don't they? They go in for a medical. I think they failed every single fucking medical, and they just go, yeah. We'll just tick the boxes.
Because what's that thing? When the old doctor gets the old rubber mallet and does it on your knee, kind of thing.
Yeah,
your lot do a little bit different kind of thing, and they actually kind of whack the bones on the shins to see that can you survive that?
Yeah.
They chuck you through a meat grinder to see how much how many parts of your body stick together, and then they'll surgically operate and reattach all the limbs that fall off.
Exactly.
So all of these pictures of players wearing protective boots as precautions when they sign for Arsenal, it's not because they've actually been injured before they signed. That's because they just went to see the facilities at the medical centre, and
Yeah.
they changed them. I'd much rather be a soldier in the First World War in the Somme than go to Arsenal's medical facilities after signing a contract.
It
More
is.
likely to survive.
Yeah, it's like the injuries they get and sustain. It's like Tottenham knew this. The bloody film in Misery, what she did to James Caan's legs, was she put the plank of wood and whacked each ankle
His
with a
ankles, isn't it? The
sledgehammer.
ankles, yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah. He's fit. He's well. Yeah, yeah. We'll sign him. Put him on the book.
Did you survive that? Yeah, fine, we got you. The Frogs saying there will be a salt shortage in North London if Spuds, Chelsea, or Man United win silverware this season. Cool, you imagine
Well,
that?
it's obvious it's going to be a Man United top final. Europa League final. And I tell you what, I ain't worried. Anybody can clip this. They can write whatever they want in the comments. But I will be cheering on for Man United. I would be. I couldn't have Tottenham winning a trophy because we're never let it down.
You got to believe in football heritage, and if Tottenham win, then Man United would officially cement themselves as the worst football club to have ever existed in football history. Just the worst to ever exist.
Harry's asking you, Anthony, how much do you get for finishing third in the Premier League? Asking for a friend.
Well, second place. We finished second place, and with all the revenue that was going into the club, TV rights, and all that sort of thing, that season we finished on round about. I think it was roughly around about 180 million. Well, we got. So
I just realised that shot had a deflection on it. It was Saliba who deflected that.
Was it?
Fabian shot.
Now you said earlier part of the season, near enough the end of the beginning of the year, you did kind of allude to there's a possibility that Arsenal could finish up fourth.
Yes.
Do you think the way with the last 3 games going, there is that still that possibility?
I think there is, Tim. I seriously do. I mean, don't get me wrong. I know I went to on the weekend. I was out. I watched the Bristol City last game against Preston down at Ashton Gate, and then we stumbled. We went into town at the bottom of Park Street, as you know, town, and there's a pub there called the Greenhouse, and I was in there, and I was watching the Arsenal and Bournemouth game, and I'll be honest with you, it was a fully strong side that Mikel Arteta put out, and it was.
Yep, it was. Yeah.
I'm going to be honest with you. I thought we were at what I saw that game. I thought we were absolutely crap. And then he's playing roughly the same team tonight. The only difference in that team tonight, I think, is just Thomas Partey, because he had a stupid yellow card.
Yeah,
that's the only change in that team tonight. And I tell you what, and people saying, "Oh, we missed Thomas Partey." We're already 1-0 down. And I tell you what, we got a second half to go yet.
Yeah.
And we got to come back and score 2 goals to make it 2-2.
Exactly. Drop ball for PSG. This. Oh, brilliant! Scally's gone down after getting shot by the ball.
Steve Bill's asking you, Fuzzy, are you still going to the game on Sunday?
Yeah.
Brilliant.
Not this Sunday, but. Is either next Sunday or the Sunday after, the 25th. I think it's next Sunday.
Who have you got, Fuzz?
Other game is that non-league FA Trophy between Aldershot and forgotten the Spennymoor.
Yeah,
you're better off watching that. I mean, 47p a ticket. You can't fucking go wrong, can you? Do you know what I mean?
47p a ticket.
Well, it's not far off at 30 quid at Wembley, so
that's not a bad price for when you think about it.
Yeah,
I've just seen the ball, get lowered into him and that, and Jesus Christ. Michael Blair, I agree on this as well. Villa give PSG a better game because
he did.
It's not great basically, and also Ace is agreeing what we said earlier. Mbappe is way overhyped. Dad's saying Fuzzy was a Tottenham and Man United final, which is good. We've got 2 English clubs at least, but yeah, I know what you're saying, Anthony. I think everyone probably would become Man United fans at that point.
But do you know what? The funny thing is, the scoreline for the Tottenham game is 3-1. Tottenham have got to play away, and James Maddison's out for the rest of the season with a knee injury.
Yeah.
So, what's to say? And this is the same. Like, I know everyone's just like, "Oh no, screw off Bodo. They're they're rubbish, they're shit. They knocked out Lazio, who were pretty much undefeated in Europa League up until that point. So, I mean, they can pack a punch if they're up for it. And I think if it's a two goal lead is a dangerous scoreline, they say. Well, they've got 90 minutes to overturn that deficit. And all it takes is for Spurs to, mess around in front of goal for a game. And, they're in trouble. Big trouble.
And if that happens, you'll see him capitulate if they get a goal early as well. Like, if you look at Fedri's, Arsenal are trying, but their passing is a bit wayward. It's not great.
I think PSG,
Reyes just panicked with that clearance.
PSG have been really poor.
They have, but yet they're 1-0 up.
Yeah.
And that's all it takes sometimes. You can be poor, but as long as you kind of do the job. Because not being funny, every time the ball's delivered into the PSG box, the Arsenal players, Anthony, are too slow to react. And PSG are on it and clear it.
If this is Barcelona, I'm sorry, but they would be easily 3-0 up by now.
Yeah. Well, Ace has put it there, and we said it earlier on. Last night's game was awesome from start to finish, old school football. 7-6, man. When you look at something like that, when's the last time you're going to see a game like that?
Tom, that was
Europa League. Us and Leon.
Both games were unbelievable. 3-0 in the first game, and then we know like 4-3 in the second game. But I tell you what, this is the most goals. Obviously, that Inter Milan is conceded because their defense has been incredible throughout this competition. But then again, this is where you got to give Barcelona due. Like, fighting, team spirit, getting stuck in. They didn't give up. They didn't know the word of giving up. Well, neither of them did in theory, but
no.
Obviously, it was just mental, that game. Honestly, I couldn't believe it.
And it's always sod's law, isn't it? Games like that, which you'd rather see like as a final, and it tends to be like semis or a quarter-final game. It's always a shame. So it's obviously half time there.
Something else that really annoys me is that in Italy, when you get older players like 35, 36-year-olds, they can still bloody run rings around like 20-year-old players. I'm thinking, what the fuck? What is it, Asabi for scoring the third goal to equalise for Inter Milan to send it to extra time. A guy's 36 years old, and he's literally running like a headless chicken for 90 minutes as a centre back who plays as a remote player who can press from the front, right? Plays as a midfielder in possession when you're trying to play anti-press with your midfielders playing centre back. Like the amount of running you're doing, and for a 35, 36-year-old to be just keeping up, no problems whatsoever against Barcelona team that are just zoomers at this point. No, it's insane.
That just shows where sports science is kind of moved on.
Testament to Inter Milan's fitness facilities, as well as the tactical intuition from what's his face, Inzaghi, because his style of football demands a lot, but they've got the right setup to make it work. And the fact is, you've got for example, Man United's older players are finished. They are fucked.
Yeah, but they're not like when you look at the older players you've had before. Yeah, the players you've had before, the old experienced players. Look, one that stands out for me is Teddy Sheringham. When you look at a player like that, weren't fast, but up here he was switched on, so he knew what to do with the ball.
So it's like with us with Dennis Bergkamp. Tom, he was 37 when he retired from Arsenal. Like but it's like what I said. You said switched on. When you be switched on, it's like with Gaza as well. It comes with that good footballing brain, I call it. You don't have to run. It's about pinging out passes and being at the right place at the right time to get on the end of the ball.
Totally
and
agree on that.
that's what it is.
That's what it boils down to. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
I used to say Nico Williams out of the old toilet game. I mean,
Both Williams.
do you think? I
Iñaki
mean,
Williams out as well.
is he as well? Blimey.
Yeah.
Do you think this Nico Williams is going to come to Arsenal?
Oh God, do you know what? There is rumours of him coming to Arsenal, right? But in all fairness, it's like what I said, and I keep saying this on the show as well. Saying going back into January in the transfer window, we all heard about Zubamendi. He's a done deal, but he won't be coming to Arsenal to the
Yeah,
beginning part of the
yeah.
season. So we'll see if this is true. And if it ain't true, it proves our club is based on lies. So if they can lie to one another and actually broadcast this and lie to the fans, the club, everything around, and even the players, it does prove to me, would I want to play for this football team?
Yeah.
Honestly, I got no other way of saying it. And it's for me, I wouldn't. I would just put it, even if I was their best player, Arsenal's best player, I'd turn around and say, sorry, I cannot play for a team that's on a pack of lies. You're lying to us left, right, and centre. Here you go. Here's my transfer request.
And leads me on to the other thing. I mean, when you look at it, there was a rumour at one point, is Rice going to stick around? Because obviously you wanted, but you can see the professionalism because he will play to his heart's content. He will give his heart and soul to the club.
Yeah.
But could there be a possibility?
There could be. I mean, it depends what the offer is, Tim. If the offer, because we got him for 105, yeah, I reckon if somebody come in and said, right, here we go, here's 150 for Declan Rice. All right, I know it's 45 million pounds made, but the way I was going, 160 mil, I reckon he will go. Seriously, I reckon Declan, even though I won't want him to go, but I mean, you look at now. I mean, I'm hearing all facts about Saka now, Real Madrid. All these top players that's playing like top Champions League football. Now, I'm not being funny. When Saka got injured, the Arsenal fans were saying, "Do not play Saka for the rest of this season." Remember?
Yep.
Right? He's rushed back, and I tell you what, since he's had that injury and he's playing the game now, he hasn't been the same player.
We said this. We said this. And not being funny, when you look at last week, it took him literally 35 minutes to get into the game last week.
Exactly. Exactly. And he's just ludicrous. I just don't feel, I feel that with Mikel Arteta, I just think he's arrogant and stubborn. I'm not being funny. If you want your players fit, you would not play your player, if he's not 100% fit. Even 8, but I find with Mikel Arteta, he's 80% fit. Oh yeah, well, I think he can play. Well, as a player should be demanding, saying, look, I'm not. I know I would, because if I went out there on a pitch and got another injury and I was only 80% fit, you've prolonged my injury, which I'm going to miss a season, or it could be career threatening. So it's one of the two. But this is, I think, with our manager, this is what I don't get the mentality of Mikel Arteta's thinking. I really don't. And I got to be honest with you, and I am going to say, people like that, I'm sorry, but they strike me as dumb. Honestly, they do.
So what he's trying to do there, when you think about it, it's the case of he's trying to appease the fans by he's going to say, well, I'm going to put our star boy on.
Yeah.
That way the crowd will back off us a little bit because we've put him back on and there.
Yeah.
And he's going to get us results, and it's going to be all rosy and light and
yeah.
Is Jack Wilshere got a syrup on? Looks like he's got a bit of an ear transplant going on there. Bloody hell. Mama Flossie's saying this game is so dull compared to last night's game. 100%. Yeah, I'm there agreeing with that. Those were a good scrap from the 70s. Yes. Aza's also saying Liverpool versus AS Roma 28 in the semi-finals was the last time 7-6 aggregated scoreline. Appreciate it for putting that in there. Thank you very much. Yeah, it was, Mama. Yeah, proper football last night. Yeah, definitely.
That's last season before Alisson. Was Alisson playing for Roma still? Was that his last season before he moved? I think it might have been, McAllister then made the jump to Liverpool that same summer.
Wow. They're just showing the chances you wasted, Anthony, as well. Donnarumma's on form. That's the only thing. If it wasn't for him, then yeah, they'd definitely be ahead.
Look how
Matt,
big he is, Tom. Look how he fills up the goal.
yeah, he commands it. Commands it.
It's unbelievable.
Speaking of goalkeepers that fill up the goal, we're linked with somebody from Torino who's absolutely built like a brick shithouse. About 6'8", and is actually one of the best shot stoppers in the air in the whole of the Serie A. So, yes, please. I don't care if he's 28. I don't care if he's from the academy of Man United back in 2004. I do not care. Sign him up on the cheap. Replace Onana. Send him to the gulag. Do whatever else you want to do with Bayern, dear. Got Tom Heaton as your goalkeeping coach, pretty much. He doesn't really play. And yeah, the goalkeeping situation's probably
Bloody hell.
that's
You heard
good.
it on this show, folks. Fuzzy wants David De Gea back. Bloody hell.
No, he's, I don't even think David De Gea's been as good as this other guy
No.
this season.
Let me just catch up with the chat a little bit and we can crack on. Matt saying, I watched the Scottish Championship playoff first leg between Partick Thistle and United last night, Mama. Ref was crap, though, too picky and fussy. And I suppose this is a good thing. It's not the same referee as last week in this game. So at least that way he's kind of letting this game flow a little bit better, which is good to see. Harry's saying, if the Spuds beat your lot, Fuzz, and live silverware, the same year Kane also lives his curse, Manure will never be forgiven. Yeah, definitely agree on that. Mama's asking.
They'll be
Matty,
praying for the Glazers to just put us into administration.
straight away. Dad's saying it was a good game. Could have gone either way, Mama. No, let's see. He didn't watch that. He's saying this Sunday the 11th. Fuzz, Steve Bell's asking, was you going to game on the 11th, or was it the week after?
No.
Don't thinking. Matt said, yeah, I wish I've watched it now, Mama Flossie, especially I've Amazon Prime as well. It's still available. You should watch it. Yeah, of course, you can still get it on there. Matt saying, Amrin in, Ange and Arteta out.
Is it the 11th? Oh, it is as well. Okay. Well, yeah.
Is it? So you are going then? You are going. Well, that's good, Johnny. You weren't going the week after then, Fuzz. Wonder why Wembley is empty.
Yeah, it's like, what the fuck? Where's everybody going?
When that was it Chinese fella that travelled so many thousands of miles and that, and they weren't even playing. Colin Chilwood saying, good evening, Tony, Fuzzy, Anthony. You wonderful gentleman. Nice to join you. Colin, great to see you as well.
Colin.
Has Barbara gone back over to the States? Let us know, mate. I hope you all will. And it's good to see you in here as well. I'm entertained for. I have a feeling Inter will win the Champions League. They do look strong, don't they? They do look strong.
Do you know what? I reckon Inter will, but for some particular reason, if PSG gets to the final, I reckon they're gonna. I reckon they might do it. PSG.
Possibly. I mean, cup games are different, aren't they? And say when you look at this PSG team this season, they are a little bit different. You can't deny that. Good evening to Tim at the back. No one on attack. He said Bodo Glint has an artificial pitch. Tottenham will have to play well. Oh, do you remember the plastic pitches, the Oldhams of this world and shit like that back in the day?
Yeah. Yeah, I'm glad my brother hasn't been in it. All right, because I've been getting messages from my brother as well saying, "Oh, you're going to lose 4-1 tonight. You're going to lose 4-1."
Oh, he's already been in the chat.
He's already said that in the chat.
Earlier
Did he put that in the comment?
Yeah. He did.
Right. Note to my younger sibling, Dick. You're a prick.
Matt saying no medicine, though, at 10 men in the back, no one in attack. Yeah, absolutely. Arsenal, Michael Blees saying Arsenal will never win a trophy until they get a 20-goal season striker, and we know this one. Yeah. I mean, the interesting thing there is just flashed up that Leeds apparently are going to give Farker a budget of 100 million, and they're actually considering a move for Beto from Everton as a striker.
Do you know what? I reckon that could, but then again, I'm not being funny. Moyes is actually, as you know, he's done a fantastic job there at Everton, but he's the one that's changed him, and he's started scoring of recent because obviously Calvert-Lewin, he's been injured, he's been out, sort of thing.
Yeah.
So it's like what I said. I think Everton are better to sell Calvert-Lewin and keep Beto, in my opinion.
Yeah, because Calvert-Lewin should be shipped off anyway.
Yeah.
Colin's asking how Mama's getting on, and here, if you want to shoulder acquaint, that's nice, very nice. Jason, good evening to yourself, mate. Good to see you. Evening, all he's saying. Colin's saying also, good evening, all you wonderful people in the chat. You wonderful family, nice to join you all. And 10 minutes adding on there. Older players let the ball do the work. Yeah, absolutely. Milan has 3 players over 35-year-olds. Thank you, Daz, smashing the likes. And yeah, say hello to Jason as well. Good evening to Timmy. Good to see you as well. Half time to the dream for in Paris right now. Yes.
Yeah.
And good evening, Troj. Good to see you as well, mate. Nice, easily Arsenal's best. Nice. Rice, easily Arsenal's best player now. Agree on that, Anthony?
Yeah, I think he is one of the best players there. Obviously, my opinion. He's captain. Well, should be captain material, instead of a player that's like he turned around. Somebody said to me, one of the guys said to me earlier, he said, do you know what Odegaard is best at in the game? I said, yeah, fucking going missing. And no, he doesn't. I was like, oh, shut up and go away. Yeah, these young fans are. I think these young fans now. I've got to be honest with you. I think they are a bit. I want to see. Yeah, that's all I'm going to say. Deluded, because it's around. He gives me, oh, how long have you been supporting Arsenal? I said, well, it's not been for over 40 years now. I've liked her. So,
have you been to the Emirates?
I think that's the problem. And this is the thing with players now, as you said. I mean, over the years that I've managed to, the players I've had and the kind of ability they've got, etc. And it was kind of like, natural talent and this and the other. Unfortunately, look at some youngsters now that have signed for me and other clubs I've watched them with, because they see these players do things in the Premier League and they try and emulate them. And also, there's no kind of quality in them. They might be ballers, or they, park players. They're not actually what you class as a football player. They're more park players. Go on a Sunday afternoon, get the ball, kick it around, and they think they're the fucking dog's nuts.
Yeah. I don't know. I don't get it. It's the younger generation today, and nothing against them, but when they think they can play like players in the Premier League, and it's like, oh, that's amazing. We're back in this game. Did you see that pass? Yeah, well, we're 3-0 down. There's 5 minutes left in the game. What fucking difference does it make?
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? I don't get it. And then if you score a goal, it's like, yeah, come on, we're back in it. Well, there's only 2 minutes left, and we're losing now 3-1. So yeah.
Yeah, get it in there. What's quite interesting there, obviously PSG have come out as well, but Arsenal came out quite early, and they had a little team talk.
For the cameras, guys.
Come on, guys. Do you reckon they done their yoga before the game? Or do you reckon they may have missed out on the yoga before they started playing?
Arteta's doing his Gurnan impressions on the moment. Yeah, probably do, mate. Probably do.
Maybe because the team talks from Arteta is just like, and then they go out onto the pitch like, guys, did you understand a word of what he said? No? Yeah. Okay. Just play like this, right? Fuck off what the manager says, yeah? And, do something that makes sense.
Well, when you said that, Fuzzy, I thought you were talking about watching a press conference of Lopetegui, because that's exactly what he does.
Yeah.
Was he giving his best Turkey impression?
No. This is when he was with us, and everyone in the chat was saying, "Does anyone understand what he's saying?" No, and it's a case of people saying, "Well, we can't understand him. What the fuck do the players understand if he's like this?"
Exactly. And for a manager, when he was player, when he played for Everton, when he played for Arsenal, and even Rangers, right? Mikel Arteta was an attacking midfielder, right? Back in his playing days. And if you were an attacking midfielder, and your team was short of a fucking striker, you need a striker if you were some sort of attacking player in your career. So I don't get it. I've always said this, and seriously, I just don't get it. He just riles me. I just think it's time for this guy to go now. 850 million spent, and fuck all to show for it. Well, honestly.
with that though, because when you think about this season, again, it was all the kind of Arsenal's best chance to win in the league, and then we could see how the results were going, etc. And of
Yeah.
course, you had injuries, and you can't say that. I mean, injuries obviously are a problem, but you can't say at the end of the day it's the be all and end all. But then you've got to think City, as much as they've had a crap season, the fact that they've only got 3 points behind you now.
Yeah.
City went on like a record losing run.
Guys, I said, Man City finish above us. I said, so if Man
More
City,
wins.
I said, you got Liverpool's won the league, Man City second. I said, that makes us third. I goes, but you look what's behind us. I said, there's Chelsea, Newcastle, Nottingham Forest breathing down our necks. And we can finish as, I'm not being funny, that's that, we can finish as low as 5th.
Oh, Jesus. Can you imagine
Yeah.
that?
Lucky
If that's the case,
that would be a
then he's got
big
to go.
screw. That would be a big screw up.
Exactly, Fuzz.
Because
You're right.
an English team to win Europa League final, if you end up going in to that 5th spot for Champions League, you get relegated to Europa League, I think.
Yeah.
Because the winner takes your spot.
Yeah. Well, you just kind of made me remember something there, Fuzz, and I'm just going to catch up the chat, and then we're going to talk about it. And it's to do with your former manager, Anthony. Let's say hello, Troj. Good evening to Rodders as well. Players don't seem to care. Nah. Look, if they know they've got any chance of winning this game, they'll show more. The fact they've only just kind of going by the motion. I mean, look, Saka now, he's losing the ball again. That's twice now he's lost the ball.
Saka's just been absolutely destroyed.
Yeah, they're just kind of...
He's dead.
Yeah, basically.
He's been shot.
So, yeah, I'll make you right there, Rodders. You're not wrong. Charles, you're saying Jack Wheelchair's head's in a spin. Yeah. He's on TNT pundit team. Jesus, that's how bad it is. Harry's also saying, yeah, scraping the barrel at TNT, Trosh.
Usman Dembele is warming up.
Oof, there we go. Tony, she's at Bianca. Good. Nice way, Colin. Heidi, good. Frog saying Moores has only won one of his last 6 games and lost 3. He's not doing that great. I mean, look, the main thing is he did what he needed to do. He got him out of the relegation area. He's got him into a comfortable position.
Exactly.
The rest of it they ain't got to worry about. Colin's saying that Tony, she's booked on a flight out Friday, mate, coming back late October. Great stuff, mate, and I hope she has a safe journey back out as well. Harry's saying, someone get a Arteta horse's collar. Yeah, man. Saka going down on the deck again. What for? And he's holding his leg.
Yeah,
Do you know what? You two guys are watching the game. I can't watch it. But it just, from what I'm hearing from both of you, we just ain't that good enough.
Basically.
No. But your wingers are getting marked out of the game, doubled up on every time. Marino's not getting a huge amount coming through the middle. Odegaard is not really deciding a lot on the ball. That's just it's just Declan Rice and Thomas Partey, really. Saliba's cut out a lot of counter-attack plays.
Saka's limping, though. Saka is limping.
Yeah.
He is limping, Saka.
There you go. See, this is what did I say about the injuries? And with him not coming back, I think he was forced back way too early.
Yeah, absolutely. Look at this. Arsenal at 2-8 there. Absolutely getting destroyed by closing down. Partey trying to win the tackle. And is it a foul? No, the referee's let it play on.
Yeah.
And that's got to be a foul now. Yes, definitely, because he's dived in on the player. Timber. Twat. Royce, sorry. Sorry, going back with Frogs there. Do you drive a Vauxhall Viagra by any chance? Yes. The gear lever is rock solid. You can't change gears, unfortunately.
I mean, Jesus, well, 168 passes from Arsenal so far, 84% pass accuracy. PSG 180 with 80%.
Yeah.
But this is their typical thing, though, Fuzz. You know, when you look at Arsenal, all the possession and nothing to show for it. Daz, I think it will be next year. You know, and I don't know if you agree on that, Anthony. Rice will be captain for your club next year.
He should be. He should be. Do you know what? I think this Burton has got to really sit down and chat with Arteta and say, look, there's a captain that's there, and you put this fucking diary of a wimpy kid, captain. What's that all about? Why Odegaard? People go, oh yeah, but when you're captain, you haven't got to be verbal. Well, back in my day, captains were fucking verbal. If you weren't playing properly, the captain pulled you up just as
Yeah.
well as the manager.
He grabbed by the scruff of the neck and that, and fucking let you know.
Yeah,
If you're non-verbal in the training grounds, the squad will bully you. You'd get bullied by your own
exactly.
teammates.
And this
Oh, I
is the
know.
thing.
Let's take photos after the game. Fucking idiot does that. Don't bring that picture up, Fuzz.
If you think about it, the last couple of seasons, every time you see a situation where you expect your captain to G up your team, all you're seeing is Odegaard and that he's fucking being sponsored by Red Bull with his fucking flapping of the wings, and then other times you've seen Zinchenko G'ing the players up. And these two legs now we're seeing the early goal that they've scored PSG, and on both occasions the camera goes to Rice, and Rice basically kind of is the one that's trying to G him on. There's the camera didn't even go to Odegaard.
Yeah.
So that just shows you straight away. You're like,
I mean, I bet you look at that. Fuzzy's brought that up in the background. I bet that prick doesn't even know what fucking button to press to take the bastard picture. Do you know what I mean? He's like, he's one of those. He's fucking annoying. He is. He's a bench player now. This guy is a bench player, Odegaard.
He doesn't know what button to press, so he tries to hide the embarrassment by making little camera shutter sounds like.
Yeah, just to make the noise. Wow.
It's like, yeah. The photos look great.
PSG on the break here. They left 3 players dead. Oh, what a shit pass!
Genius.
He tried to go for a goal there. That was madness. Colin's saying, Anthony, mate, do you see Arteta still being in charge next season?
I don't want him to be Colin. I don't want him there. I didn't want him in the first place. And I don't understand why people go, oh, yeah, but look what he's done. It's just like 8th, 5th, 2nd. God knows what we're going to finish this season. And it ain't going to be 2nd because Man City are finishing 2nd because this is the time now. Right? If we lose look, we got Liverpool. Our next game's Liverpool, followed by Newcastle. And our last game of the season is Southampton. Now, I said if we can beat Bournemouth, beat Southampton, let's say draw against Liverpool, but we can afford to lose against Newcastle, right? Because I'm not convinced against Newcastle. I told Mama Flossie when we was on Yeti's show going back, last week or the week before, I said, the only game that worries me now is Newcastle. So now, I think Liverpool will beat us, even though they got nothing to play for, but they still want to most probably give us a game.
They will do. I think they're not going to be like last week, that's for sure. Oh,
exactly.
Saka's on the deck.
And then Newcastle, look at them. They're fighting for a top 4.
Skelly in the book.
Look at that. Look, he wouldn't even touch, and Saka's just thrown himself to the floor. Fuck me.
Is he? Yeah, I know you like saying that a lot too. He likes throwing himself to the floor and balling around.
Because he does.
Skelly is trying to claim a foul whilst holding on to Barcola's appendage.
Is he really? I mean, because obviously, he's borrowed the book from Holberg that the Spurs play because he loved the fucking grass and all.
Would you have Saka at West Ham, Tom?
I mean,
Vitinha. Oh,
you'd say yeah. I mean, at the end of the day, he's a good player. Don't get me wrong. Like I said, he's not world class. It's the fact of him going to the deck like he doesn't do himself any favours. Just does not.
Timber cannot touch him. Thomas Partey sent back to Atletico Madrid. Jeez.
Leon saying we'd be surprised if they would put an ex-West Hammer captain. I mean, at the end of the day, what's Skelly doing? Yeah, I just see that thing's fuzz. Look at where he's.
It's just like
what the fuck? Yeah,
proper brickfall. That is.
Oh, there's a foul there, off the ball. Partey just put himself about a bit too much. Timber's just been sold down the river.
There you go, Saka actually.
And again, and keep going, son. Keep going, son. Oh, unlucky. So yeah, you never know, Leon. I mean, at the end of the day, if you need someone to kind of get your team going, then you've got to play for the best player who'll be it. And unfortunately, of all the players that Arsenal currently got, Rice is your best one as captain.
Yeah. Whereas the set piece coach Come on, show us the set piece, coach.
Yeah,
Zoom
don't-
into his face.
That twat. Because that's what got him offside last week. Tim at the back saying Newcastle have played Chelsea this weekend, so Arsenal should be okay.
Sorry
If that
about
was a
that.
Man
My
United-
son just pops
I'll
in.
Oh, did he?
He's
I'll tell
9.
you what.
He's 9. And he said he turned around. He went. He opened the door. and He went, Dad. And I went, well, yeah. He went, Arsenal shit. Like, oh,
I'll tell you what, though. If it
He's
was
just
Man
become a
United-
legend overnight.
he has. Yeah.
If there was a Man United keeper there for Saka's first, there he is, a set piece coach, and then pan it to Arteta, of course. Yeah, but yeah, if that was a first corner kick from Saka there, if that was a Man United goalkeeper, that goes in from the corner kick.
Yeah.
But because it's Donnarumma, an actual decent goalkeeper, who actually fists it over the bar.
Why is Saka doing all the talking? I mean, Odegaard's just sitting on the edge of the 18-yard box. He ain't doing nothing.
Take him off. Bring on Manweri.
He's
Come
like this,
on,
hasn't he? He's looking like that. He's just doing this.
Fucking. Oh, do you know what? This manager fucking riles me. Seriously. Fucking hell. I just think that. Fuck it. West Ham need. Look, just get Mikel Arteta for me, Tom.
Big up to our friend Michael Chelsea FC. Big up to Fuzzy. Oh yeah, Anthony, get that tractor out of the mud. You guys are bottling it once again. Hashtag keep Arteta for life.
Big up, Michael, but no, Mikel Arteta. No.
Yeah,
No.
Arteta for life.
No.
Arteta forever.
So Donovan's
Whatever,
finally
whatever.
been beaten to the ball, and it was Timber that kind of took it off him, and that's like no worries there.
Fucking song.
And they're saying
Right,
like we shall as
Odegaard
well.
over this free kick. He's touched his nose. He's scratching the back of his head. What is he going to do? Any hair flicks? Any hair flicks? No.
Come on.
No.
How many air flicks he's done in the game? Did he do it in the first half at least once?
To be fair though, his hair looks a bit messier today. So
Yes.
judging by that, I can't imagine there's a lot of hair flicks involved.
Oh my
So
days.
maybe he's decided I should stop with the hair flicks.
Get up, Saka again. Fucking hell. Moo! Call him a fucking cow from now on. Harry's saying, Cole must drive a US import. My money is on the new Dodge Smash Growler V12. Matt saying, trophyless FC Frog. Yeah. Mickey Collins also saying, frog in the wall. No, it's all to in what you eat and drink, mate. But I have enough exercise, mate, in the time she has also been here. Nice. Love that.
Anthony, who would have had the better season? Arsenal finishing second, no trophy, or Man United qualifying for Champions League with the Europa League trophy and finishing 17th?
Man United. Man United. No, honestly, it'd be Man United. This was another discussion I had today, and it was like,
Still partake?
It's obviously Fuzz. It's all about. It's all trophy based football. It always has been, and it always will be. And you know what? I think if you went on to do that, win the Europa League, and go into the Champions League and finish 17th, yeah, you've had a better season. I'm sorry, I got to say it. I just got to say it.
Frog said, after what Arteta said regarding the points, Arsenal should prepare for having their asses handed to them on a plate at Anfield.
Yeah.
What did you think? I mean, obviously, Michael Chelsea's in the chat. What did you think of the so-called how the Chelsea, the Guard of Honour thing?
Oh, fuck them. Let's move on. But,
Yeah, as quick as that. That's fair enough. So Des says, we have one Anthony at West Ham at the moment, mate. Yeah.
yeah.
Tim in the back saying Sol Campbell's ex-Spurs and he captain Arsenal. So I wasn't playing it yet. Word and pitch saying the boy's 9 and always right.
Yeah.
True. They're saying to each other there. True 10 men. Yeah. Make Chelsea work great again. Appreciate you coming in. Hope you all will. Would you accept a
You say
bag?
make Chelsea great again. Make Chelsea great again.
We've got no chance of that doing that, Fuzz. We ain't got that long. Make West Ham great again. Would you accept a bag of potatoes as a fee for Kilman? Seems a fair offer. Yeah. You could do more with potatoes than you can with Kilman at the moment. That's for sure.
Because he said he'll have Kilman at Man United.
No, never. We'll get Jonathan Tarr in. There you go.
Yeah,
There you
but
go, Anthony.
fucking
That's
hell.
you with those opinions.
Fuck, that was what I said about you last week, Fuzz, about Blunder Woman. And it was like, you've got a girlfriend. I went, yeah, it's Blunder Woman. And then obviously you turned my joke around on me.
What's it there? So 13 attempts from Arsenal, 5 corners, 52% of possession. Again, nothing for it. Colin's saying, Tony, I'm hearing all is not good behind the scenes at West Ham in the dressing room. Yeah, Colin, I did a stream on Tuesday and kind of saying there's been apparently some fighting in the background, and obviously players going to be kind of hooked off and leaving. So the camp is not good. Yeah, you're not right there, mate. The camp is not good at all.
Oh, good save from Donnarumma.
I think I was
Nice.
saying, bag of sweet potatoes would do. Yeah, that'd be very nice. You can do a lot of winning with him. Troshes, doesn't matter when we share with them all, Colin.
That's going in as well.
Very true. Very true. And that's what's going to happen. I mean, look at Odegaard. Just putting him fucking hell, do some. Usual saying, anyone seen Topher? Well, the last time we saw him was on Tuesday, usual. So, hope he's all right. Troshes saying, I'm sure Aaron Wan-Bissaka and Bowen aren't the fire starters. Good evening, Richard. I hope you're keeping well, mate. Good evening to yourself as well.
Yeah, Richard.
And Trojel saying, I bet none of them fight Mav. Yeah, but none of them fight. Yeah, Mav and Panache. Yeah, we'll not do that. Make West Ham great again. Is saying, good to see Arsenal Pulis ball going out.
Time.
Yeah,
Wasting another counter attack, PSG.
And they're saying hello to each other.
Get Dembele on.
Is it still 1-0 PSG? Yes, it's still 1-0. So 2-0 on aggregate. So not much has changed in that respects. Donnarumma has just pulled off another little save. Fingertips. Showboating there, really. Showboating.
That's routine for Donnarumma. That is. His massive frame.
So, going on what you said about the Europa and obviously the Champions League, did you see the comment that Arsene Wenger made? If you win the Europa, then he thinks you shouldn't get a place into the Champions League. You should actually earn it rather than kind of be gifted it.
That's kind of the whole point. It's a UEFA competition. It's tiered into different layers. If you win the competition below, the prize, it's not just a trophy, but it's to qualify
Absolutely
for the next competition above.
Yeah, no,
that's
not
the whole point.
I'm not calling to Arteta. That's not Arteta, to Wenger. Not calling to Wenger. As far as he's concerned, you should be. If you win it, you basically stay in the champion. You stay in the Europa. You don't get that spot. That's his way. That's what he says.
Penalty check against Arsenal for a handball. Hakimi's shot has Skelly turning away. Right, the ball's this side, and it actually hits his hand, but his hand's out here. He's turning away from it, so
yeah, but it's not in a natural position, is it?
No, I think he's given it.
Yeah, it's not a natural position when if your hand's out like that. That's not a natural thing, is it? Unless you walk around with your hand sticking out.
Yeah.
What
do you think of that, Dave, Tom? What Arsene Wenger said. What's your opinion on?
I think, like everyone else, if you get into a competition like that, I mean, look at us. I mean, for instance, we was in the conference, got into Europa because obviously we won it. So the fact that we went through that season unbeaten in the Europa, oh bloody hell, yeah, Fuzz, that is definitely.
I saw it on the replay as a massive deflection. I was like, it's a tame effort. The fact is that Hakimi at the time of the shot didn't actually go, penalty, it hit his hand. I was thinking,
and he's gone like he's alluded to. Yeah, he's not going Gertrude's care, son.
It's like, here's the penalty decision. Up yours, Arsenal.
So yeah, but no, Anthony. As far as I'm concerned, like for us, and I'm not just going to say it because of us, but the fact of you've had a hard slog in that competition, you've gone all the way to win it. Then why not qualify to the next level. You know, when you think about it, if you do that if you're in the Championship and you want to come into the Premier League, you spend the money, you invest in the players, you kind of, the training and everything else and that, because you want to get to the highest level possible. So what's the difference in that competition that's Europe or a domestic thing? You're still looking to achieve exactly the same thing going through. So why not?
Exactly.
Maybe it could be the fact that is he bitter? It could be he's bitter. I don't know.
Yeah, and then you got to think of it. If that's not fair, let's say if somebody said that's not fair, then why isn't it fair then? If you're in the Champions League and then when you go out of it, you dip down into Europa League. Do you know what I mean? It's a self-same thing. You're still in Europe at the end of the day.
The Prince comes on.
Sorry, mate. I'm just seeing Raya doing his fucking bullshit with the ball in his hands.
He's just like, I'm gonna
put you off now.
Wait, he's already got a ball. Oh, okay then.
What's he doing? Yeah, what's dickhead?
Here we go.
You need competition for Raya, mate, because he's got too fucking cocky for himself. Raya, get in your line, mate.
Oh, that he's gonna miss this. Yeah, I knew from that run up. He was fucking missing. The team is doing this.
If you look at his face, it tells you straight away that he's not happy. He's not confident. So why give it to him?
No, Bruno Fernandes.
Why give it to him?
Bruno Fernandes, not Bruno
Calafiori's coming on.
You're not Bruno Fernandes.
Luis Skelly and Martinelli's coming off, and Trossard's coming on as well. But really, yeah, I mean, if you look at the player's face, you can tell straight away he's not keen for it.
I think Arsenal scored.
Yep, Dembele's coming on.
Is Arsenal scored?
No.
No.
Went out for a corner kick for PSG.
Oh, what? They missed the penalty, have they? Yeah.
Oh, what a shit pen. What a shit pen.
You can tell from the run up. It's
No, I see. I looked at his face first. That's what told me straight away. He had no confidence in taking that penny full stop. I don't need to see him run up to the penalty shit as it is. But his face when he's got the ball there and that, it just says that he didn't fancy it. So why give it to him? Give it to someone who's fucking put it in the back of the net.
Give it to Fabian Ruiz.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
He's already scored once.
Exactly it. Poor choice. And I think this sums up kind of PSG. This got, when you have these two legs, they've not been great in the first leg and they're not really been great in this one. But again, on comes Dembele now, so we know what's going to happen there. Everyone's letting usual no. So he's saying there. Trosh is saying Donnarumma's too good. Yeah, he's a great keeper. There's no two ways about it. Richard's asking,
it's a David Raya penalty save, Anthony.
So you're going to get certain people cream over it.
Man of the match. Man of the match.
You can see it coming a mile.
Featuring his highlight reel for the season. Best goalkeeper in the Prem.
Yeah.
So we've got the corner coming in. The referee's getting himself involved. No, not having it. Raya's getting himself involved again. Back off. Will still be there next season. For the time being, I think they're going to give him a window, Richo. But if he
I think he deserves it, Tom. I know you haven't been doing great, but it's like what I said. Give him a chance. Give him a window. And the January if he's still there in January as well, 2 transfer windows. Let's see what West Ham can do next season under Potter.
Yeah, true. I mean, obviously, Frog's alluding to, West Ham are notorious for employing crap managers, but how the fact that someone with no experience land a £15 million a year annum job at Arsenal, that's sorcery. Yes, as we call it, Frog, dark arts.
He's overpaid. He's way overpaid. He's way overpaid. That manager, Mikel Arteta, is way overpaid. Is that simple? I mean, you think of it.
Well,
I mean, it's like now I've read reports. Now, at the end of next season, and I read this. When was this? Was it yesterday? Or it was either yesterday?
Oh my God,
2 days ago.
Takimi! What the fuck? Out of nowhere, everyone's really sluggish, right? Balls seems to be coming from nowhere. Arsenal players like, yeah, I'm just gonna take this. Hakimi comes from off the camera, fucking light speed, steals it, pickpockets the player, plays it off to Dembele, back to Dembele. He's like, right, I'm hitting this right foot. Straight in far post, full power. Fucking hell.
See, and that's you give it to the right player. Give it to the right
Exactly.
player. That's it. That's what it takes.
The belief is gone completely because the turnover of possession to actually get PSG out the pitch was so slow. Like
Well,
it's one of those loose passes you see sometimes when a team's given up.
you've got
and
6 Arsenal players there at that point. Sorry to interrupt you there, mate. I'm just looking at it. 6 players that. Oh, fucking hell! Yeah, not wrong there, mate. 6
right
players.
foot, hits it.
6
straight.
Arsenal players. You had 3 PSG
Partey.
players. He comes in.
Partey sleeping there. He's
Yeah.
got to deal with that.
Yeah.
Yeah. And it's like what I said, obviously next season, but how do you find that Man City is going to be not next season, the season after? Because Pep's actually, I've read this, Pep's actually come out and said, that's it. I'm done after next season. He's got nothing. He's got his millions of pounds. He's got nothing to prove at Man City. He's won every single trophy, right? And also, it's like what I said. It's like knowing who. I think he wants to do a Klopp. I think he's come to where he said he wants a break from the game now. So obviously, I think Pep's going to be there next season, and he's not going to be there the following season.
The difference being with that, though, is when you think with Klopp, it looked like it could have been the quadruple for him with him going to be leaving.
Yeah.
With Pep, he'll definitely make sure of it, won't he? Because they'll get the players in, etc.
Yeah.
And that's it. It's a game over. Kivior turns his back on it. Raya's got no chance. And 3-0 on aggregate now. Oh, well. That's the same. Looks like you got your PSG bet usual. You have definitely got your bet now. That's for sure. Yes, that comment again. Yes, very true, Fuzz. Mate, West Ham great again, saying teams wouldn't take the Conference Europa League seriously if there wasn't promotion. And that's the truth.
Exactly.
And that's the thing. Because, as I just alluded to, that what's the point of going into a competition where it's a case of, well, you've done so well, but you're staying in for next season because we can't we can't push you up. What a load of shit. It's in the bag now, yeah. VAR out. They're going on that part there. Missed. Yeah, shit. It was Trosh. Yeah, crap penalty. Ooh. Players come down quite rough there. The PSG player got the free kick. Colin saying, Tony, I'm very worried for our club next season and in the summer. Totally agree on that, Colin. It's not looking good. For Sullen in charge of transfers, we're targeting championship players. I've seen this as well. Cheap buys coming, hearing not much money to spend.
Yeah.
And again, is it them just kind of trying to pull our plonker there, Colin? Do they have money? Possibly have. But to come out with that and then, I've heard the same thing, Colin. We're going for, I think it's 4 championship players to get us through the Premiership. How shite's that? Make West Ham great again. It's also saying, was it fair the 4th best side in the league gets Champions League? That was Wenger's speciality.
That's it. I don't understand that with what Arsene Wenger said. That was the worst thing he could have ever come out and said in his career. Top 4 is like a Champions League.
Yes.
No, it's not.
Yeah. When you come out with a shite like that, it doesn't bode well, does it?
No.
Tossard on. Yeah. Well, it looks like he's not going to be with you next season, is he?
No, he's refused to sign a contract. This is the rumour, Nico Williams. But then again, if we play Nico Williams there on the left-hand side, what does that mean for next season for Martinelli? Is he going to be a bench warmer?
Or is he going to be gone?
I got to be honest with you, I reckon there's going to be 1 or 2
weeks
top players from Arsenal leaving to get this certain striker
that's
in.
Fine, that goal.
But, yeah.
Where's that come from?
What's that?
Yeah, where's that from?
Upstairs. They're watching it on Sky Sports News. I think Arsenal's just scored. If they
That was a wicked deflection. I mean, yeah. Look at Saka. Yeah. All right, ain't done shit. Arteta's face though. Look at that. Oh, Arteta, no smiling. Never mind.
I'm sensing a little bit of jealousy here tonight, lads.
No.
I know it's the Champions League semi-final, but I'm sensing a little bit of jealousy.
I can't be jealous. I'm in a European competition semi-finals and pretty much 1 foot in a final.
And one for
I
the
can't
fight,
be
yeah, you
jealous.
are.
And we've also won a Europa Conference title, so we're happy as Larry as well. It's just the fact that you're a fucking manager, mate.
Tony,
Yeah.
you're not even in European competition this season, and you're still below us in the league.
No, because but we've still, the thing is, when you look at it, mate, we've still gone unbeaten in that competition, and no one else has bet that so far. We're still unbeaten in that competition, so
But you know
we can
what,
sit our
Buzz?
laurels and enjoy it.
I heard if it wasn't for Loppe, I know he wasn't that great, but if he wasn't winning the games that he actually won for West Ham, and with Potter coming in,
We'll be playing Wrexham next year.
yes. So Loppe, you were better off staying with Loppe for this season, weren't you?
The funny part about it, mate, yeah, because he has a better win ratio than what Potter does. So that says it all. I mean, when you think it was 14th when he left, and then we're now 17th. So yeah, that kind of says it all basically.
Yeah.
10 minutes back all saying you don't drop down now with the new European system. So there you go.
Oh, you don't, do you? So what from Champions? Oh no, you don't with the
No.
new system. You don't go into Europe, no.
No, you only get the middle. There's the bottom part where you get knocked out from the group phase. There's the middle part where you get the extra round of playing each other in that middle section, and there's the top one where you basically skip.
True. For it's unusual, that's seen pretty good odds for pretty much a dead cert at that point. True. Good evening, Ian. Hope you well, mate. Good to see you in here. I'm no Arsenal fan, but that penny is a scandalous VAR decision. Seen loads of them not given this season. Where is the consistency? And I think that's one of those debates we can have forever and a day because.
My God, Saka's missed another one.
We know that VAR is obviously that bad.
I thought the goalkeeper got that, but he completely missed it, and Saka skies it.
Oh wow!
Yeah, he only had to touch that, and it'll be 2-2.
When it's not your day, it's not your day, unfortunately.
But momentum's completely in Arsenal's favour. PSG have gone back to how they were in the opening minutes of the game. So
they did that last week as well, though.
If you're Arsenal, you're taking advantage of this. Get it to a one-goal game. There's still plenty of time.
Unfortunately, they don't know. That's the problem. Unless they pull something out of the bag. But other than that, we know what Arsenal are like. Oh wow, yes. Oh wow. Yep. So Starboy is completely fluffed out into Rosette.
Oh, touch from Passe is crap, and Ousmane Dembele's fucked that as well. Everyone's shit. What's going on?
If you've done football and that, you normally find when you play the shit teams and you're a decent team, you play exactly the same way. Oh, look at Arteta. He's not Ferguson, mate. Get your hands off the official there.
He's looking for Arteta time. That's what he's looking for.
Yeah, but he's got one of those Mickey Mouse watches, though, isn't he? The OM.
Yeah.
This business.
Yeah. I don't know if you can tell the fucking time because you can't manage your team.
Well, that's for sure.
It's like the drunk guy when he gets his. It's like, you are drunk. Oh, I'm not fucking drunk. Okay, tell the time then.
How's your touch? Oh, fuck.
I'm not fucking drunk.
Yeah.
Look at it. I mean, the referee's letting this fucking play on there. Players are falling over left, right, and centre, and he's allowing this game to play on.
That's Hakimi telling Vitinha that he's going to absolutely knock the shit out of him for missing that penalty.
Sullivan signed out sign of the season. Yes, unfortunately, Trosh. Yeah, maybe he is the guru. Both teams are 21-20. Bloody hell, man. Trosh, he only wanted Potter for 6 months as well. Maybe there's hope. You never know. Evening, GP. Hope you well, mate. Good to see you. Trosh is saying these aren't English refs or VAR. Prem refs don't give that handball.
Shot from miles out from Hakimi. What?
Yeah, 2-0 PSG there. It's sunny there. Happy days, Dasley on saying. George saying Solly signed Hottie for only 15 million, just needing to do it again 8 times in the summer. Yeah. Can't see it happening, unfortunately.
That's got to be offside from Rice.
So on there. Josh here, lightning can strike twice. Very true. Oh, Ben Scheit's coming on there. GP says, I wanted Arsenal to win it.
Yeah.
Harry's saying, one more offside and I'm £120 up. That's not bad, is it? That is the same.
Hakimi's using his pace like mad, but some of his touches have been awful.
They're all... Oh, that's a good old shot, though, isn't it? Harry's saying, who's using GP's account? Trod's also saying, AFTV will have other in headlocks by now. If this stays as it is, then yeah, you can imagine the Arsenal channels streaming till the early hours of the morning.
They will. They will. You know
Go,
what I said? I said if anything, I thought either we were gonna lose tonight, or there was another part of me thinking, well, hang on, 2-1 Arsenal, but that means the dreaded extra time and the dreaded penalty shootout.
Yeah. Yeah. It's very true. I mean, and you know, you might have do well in that respect. So what's it showing there? 48% to 52, 11 attempts to 17, 2 corners for PSG, 6 for Arsenal. And
yeah,
I mean, as much as they show that set piece coach, what's happened to him? Well, I mean, he could walk on water. Now he's shit.
Yeah.
It's because Arteta told him to go sit down. It's like, sit your blood clot down.
Arteta, I mean, so Odegaard just giving away. I mean, how can you defend that when you've pushed him in the fucking back, dickhead?
Yeah.
GP, Sunday, Monday, happy days. Tuesday, Wednesday, happy days. Thursday, Friday, happy days. Saturday, what a day. Ribbon all week for you.
Trouble is, though, you said Ben Scheit's coming on. Obviously, I would imagine that's obviously for Timber.
Yeah.
But what I'm saying is a player there is roughly, that's like for like.
Yeah. It's not going to change anything, is it?
No.
Not going to change anything at all. Even Sean, AFTV is comedy gold at the moment, mate. You know, most of the Arsenal channels at the moment. You know, I mean, you've got some real ones out there. They are, you know, understand that this is not going to happen for them, and we're only papering over the cracks. But AFTV, that goes on to a different level. That one. Fresh, already on it. Me too. Leon saying Ty on AFTV will be having a breakdown. Oh man, yes, because he already said that. You know, you're better than most of these European clubs.
Well, yeah, I know. But
Calafiori's getting booked for having a handbag.
Oh, what a mistake! Who's that? Saliba. Do you think Saliba stays, Anthony?
No.
I think he's gone.
Trouble is, Real Madrid wants him, and I'm not being funny. When you're a player, Real Madrid comes knocking, it's going to turn heads. It is. There's no question about it. That might be a player that we might have to let go, and see. But listen, if he goes, he goes. I just don't like players. That's
sorry, Anthony. California. I see why he's going to get booked.
What's the booking for Saka for here? What? Why has he booked him?
Is he fell on the floor again? That's what he says.
No, I don't even know it's happened.
First, you're not wrong, mate. It's the hope that kills. Yes.
Oh no, he's sort of gone to the floor, but he's sort of been pushed over. But the referee's booked him for simulation.
And this is the problem. I keep saying this to you, Anthony. You know, this will, you know, he could be such a good player, but because he does that, referees work it out. Oh man, yeah, I can see why is what you're saying there. And it's his reaction as well afterwards. But he could be such a better player, and now he's wondering why he got booked because you're a dick. Make West Ham great again. At least Declan can cherish his Conference League medal. Take that with him all the way.
Well, that's what it is. Because Mikel Arteta is a dark heart, and Odegaard is a fanny fart. So what can we do?
They're just showing the Saka thing. It was a bit of unfortunate because it looked like he actually trips over the player. He looks frustrated as anything. But he's, we did say this, Anthony, since that injury and that, he ain't going to be the same player. We know that.
Yeah.
Eric Monk, did it come out of Dex Bum? Jesus. GP. Trosh says, Rice said the real game was best, so fuck him. That's true. Better than winning the cup. I'm not a Rice fan. Yeah. Colin saying, Anthony, hearing Arsenal going to sign Kudos. Yeah, but they want to sign him on the cheap, though, Colin. That's the problem.
50 mil.
What happened to Howard Ells? Harry said he's laying low at the moment, GP.
This is weird.
Do you know what? Why, if Arsenal bid a 50 mil, right, for Kudos, why didn't they do what Wenger did for Suarez and put a fucking pound on the end? At least we could have got some feedback.
It's case, remember, it's 50 million, take it or leave it. That's apparently what the thing is. Take it or leave it.
I think he did the thing with Ollie Watkins, wasn't it? He did the thing with Ollie Watkins, Arsenal in January window. And he's like, well, no. And then by then, they sold that Duran, didn't they? And it was obvious when we found out that he was gone. We guessed it. It said, well, they're not going to get rid of Ollie Watkins as well. So people will go, oh yeah, but we can still get him. You don't know. It's the window. Yeah, and it's like we're not going to get him.
Yeah, man. Mendes coming off for Ramos. Tell us we want 50 million plus 50 million for Kudos. Absolutely. It looks like he might be Saudi bound anyway.
Speaking of Saudi bound, what would you do if you were a Man United fan, which you're not, but if you were? Bruno Fernandes for a world record transfer fee of a British or Premier League player. Sell him.
Take the money and run.
All right, you would sell. Anthony, would you sell?
I would sell.
Well, that makes that 3 then, because I would sell if money's such a big issue. Hey,
take the money and run. Because if you can then buy 3 or 4 players at that one player, it's a no-brainer.
I would. It's a no-brainer. And not being funny, it's like what you said, saying you got that, and you got depth in your squad. So for one thing,
yeah, key thing, yeah. Kudus wants to go, Colin. Yeah, we know he does. I think his head's turned. So let's take the money, and if it's going to be Saudi money, let's take that and part ways. Best thing.
Well, you're still getting money through Rice.
I know.
You're still getting money for that coming in.
You must have your last Klarna payment to pay at least. It must be due.
Yeah.
So
Klarna pay. Yeah. Or is it Clear Pay?
Clear Pay, Klarna.
Take your pick.
Josh Arsenal must be offering a really nice chair. They're saying there. Brendan, good to see you, mate. We was wondering where you were. He says Saka had a girl naked in his bed and didn't touch her there. What a miss! Even though. Absolutely superb. GP saying, would you lads take 50 million for Kudos if this hadn't been said? No. We would want more. Definitely want more. He's worst miss of the season, which we said earlier. Just catching up on the chat, obviously. Had to just cipher it, open net. Yeah. Power and glory, time on the place, as they say. They're saying like each other. Leon saying, would be shocked GP if Sullivan sold him cut price and first offer. Nah. He'll go for the top money.
Yeah.
He'll go for the top money now. He's got that taste for it, so why should he do anything else?
Yeah.
Over the moon if there's another offside in the PSG game. Yeah, we'll the International Space Station seeing Saka's ball going through. Good evening, everyone. They're saying to him.
Marino missed header, goal kick. Time has run out.
Even there. There you go. So he's just been back from seeing his mother. That's good. At least we know where you are, mate.
Nuggets at Thunder at 2:30 a.m. on TNT Sports 1, guys.
Nuggets.
Nuggets at Thunder. Get some of that. Sounds like a rather explosive Mackie D's meal, that does.
Cool. So it looks. Is there going to be another goal coming in? Ian Collin, I'm well. Can you walk at all? Yeah. And it might be your star boy here that's going to give you a bit of a hope. women is a fun and cheap hobby.
Oh my god. That is
Probably-
comment of the night. Comment of the night.
Yeah.
Probably not as
was,
much.
yeah.
Probably not as much if she hasn't been tested for a while. That's all I'll say.
Oh.
Trossard. He's got space to shoot. Deflected.
Is it still saying? What's the score so far? Is it still saying the same? Yep, still 2-1. Ventura Highway in the Sunshine. I know that one. Colin saying, yes, I can walk all right, Brendan, but in the last 48 hours, I only had 7 hours sleep, mate. You need your sleep, that's for sure. Need your sleep.
I think my
Yeah.
sleep's at night.
Homecoming. Homecoming. Brilliant. Harry America, yeah. America. They did Whore with no name as well, didn't they?
Oh.
It could be a song Arteta's a dark heart and a fanny fart. Dark heart and fanny.
Yeah.
That's the B side, the part of the journey. Not a penny more, they said. Well, fuck off. Yeah, absolutely. If I were a Man United fan, I would get a year's Oyster card for 50 million.
I'll get one of them sort of sleep things that you stick over your eyes when you go travelling, but you only stick it over whenever Man United games kick off. And inside of it, what you see is Man United lifting trophies, because then it makes you feel like, I love my club. I love my club. Yeah, we're champions. You take the cover off at the end of the game and you see like it's 6-0 to the opposing team or something. It's like, I'm so glad I have this. The distraction's great. That's in a minute to get 2 goals for Arsenal. That's Champions League over. No chance now.
I'm just see, because I see. Don't think Budgie and Kieran's on tonight by the looks of it.
Aren't they?
They don't look like it, because I see users asking. Users are sort of saying if the bummer's loose tonight, they'll pay up for kudos. You never imagine that. Tony, do you see Bowen leaving? No, I don't think I see him leaving yet, unless a big money offer comes in. If big money comes in,
yeah.
it
You
could
said
be
something there, James. I'm not being funny. Budgie's normally in the. Is Budgie been in the chat tonight or no?
No, not tonight. Yeah, no, not tonight, mate.
I'll take the throw in, Thomas.
And looking on the West Ham Network, and there's no sign of
and it's all over. PSG are finalists.
Wow. Leon saying, do we lose 5 million on Rice if they don't reach the final? No, we'll get that. Can you ask Fuzzy if Man United fans see London Man United fans as plastic? So many in London. That's where most of them come from.
That's basically what the attendance is going to be on Sunday. It's just everyone's a Manchester United supporter. We're just not going to realise it until we all get there.
True.
It's just like, hey, we're all here at Wembley because Man United got more appearances than my club.
I've
got more Wembley appearances. Well, actually, no, same Wembley appearances because we had the FA
It'd be one of those.
Dinner plate.
You don't sound like you've got a Mancunian accent. No, mate. I'm from Essex. Simple as that. Don't want to leave this scene. Same can't see Bowen leaving. Yeah. How long left? So yeah, now it's all over and done with. And as Fuzzy already alluded to, Bowen won't leave for a long time. He's budging tonight. So that's the thing. I just had a quick look. Doesn't look like he is. There's usual saying. GB saying I don't think so. Didn't see the usual link of my subs, and yeah, I've just looked on the channel. Doesn't look like it. Yeah, can't see it as well. Usual saying. Yeah, not out of a notification or notify what's it. That's the one. A notify what's it. Make sure you hit the notify what's it button so you can keep up to date. Brendan's saying I don't subscribe to the network usual, but I've not seen an advert. Yeah, not at all. Maybe Budgie is making love. Could be, but he will be on tomorrow night when me and him do the West Ham voice. He's already got the thing out there, so he will be on tomorrow night with me at 8:00 for the West Ham review. Daz is saying Budgie can't be bothered to get out of his cage. Out of his cage.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the new show, Budgie Uncaged. You can see it now. I am Titanium saying, "Are you all right, Anthony?"
I'm all right. I'm fine. I'm
Two
fine. Listen,
words, Anthony.
it didn't surprise me. I've put my opinions in the private chat so Tony and Fuzzy can see it. But yeah, it is what it is, unfortunately. And I just feel like this manager, he's got to go. He's got to go. Another trophyless season, and I tell you what, second last season, second the season before, and I'm going to call it now. I'm talking fourth. And look what we've brought in. I mean, why would anybody want to bring in fucking Sterling in on loan in January
Mate,
when
that
he was
one,
given he was given 60 million to spend in that January transfer window, but he chose not to spend it. But he was actually given 60 million, if you didn't know that, in the transfer window just gone, Mikel Arteta, but he didn't want to spend it.
I mean, they've got the camera on him at the moment, and he does look a bit of a lost soul at the moment.
Who? Arteta?
Arteta, yeah.
Well, he's a prick.
Yeah, so you got Leon saying Arsenal are bottle FC.
Yeah.
Harry's saying about Budgie, he's been on the cuttlefish. He's been on the cuttlefish. George, now Arsenal fans be sweating for the Spurs game. Oh, imagine that.
Yeah.
Here we go. The YouTube things are flashing up now. The Arsenal channels are in full effect. It's already flashed up one after the other. Ashton Punk. Frog saying, Anthony, genuine commiserations. This shit beats you into the ground, doesn't it?
It does, Frog. You're absolutely right. But listen, it's football, and what we do. Do you know what? So I'll be honest with you. I could be literally livid. I could be shouting. I could be calling Mikel Arteta all the names under the sun.
You could get Tony's show cancelled right now.
I could. I most probably could, but I wouldn't. I just wouldn't. I've come to this, this thing now where at Arsenal Football Club, nothing surprises me now. At Arsenal Football Club,
Yeah.
I knew we won't win the Champions League, and then you get called negative. Well, I'm sorry, but it's not. I'm not being negative. You've asked me a question, and I give you my answer. It's my opinion. I knew we weren't going to go through.
I think the only thing you're saying this, Anthony, I don't know if you can say it's progression, because at the end of the day, you've done well to get to this part, in the competition.
Yeah, I do admit that. I called it last season, Tim. I said quarterfinals. Right? I called it this season as well. I said, well, that'd be another quarterfinal. Okay, he's taking it to the next step. He's got us to the semi-final. But at the end of the day, I know it's progression. But listen, what did I say on our show, and what did I say also on the Sunday Night Takeaway? All the fans, and even I was excited when we had that great result against Real Madrid. And I said, if we don't go on and win this competition, that result means nothing. And I said it, didn't I? Tone, be honest, I said it, didn't I?
You did, mate. And this kind of typifies your season. Like I said, you can have all the possession in the world, but if you don't do anything at the end result, and I think as usual, put in there, you need a 20 goal season striker.
Yeah,
it's cost you again.
But we've been crying out for that now, Tim, for the last 3 seasons, 4 seasons. We need a 20 goal striker. Ever since when he got rid of Aubameyang, I mean, you look at when we first signed Lacazette. I mean, some Arsenal fans didn't like him. He scored 18 league goals in his first season.
Good. He's a good bloke. He's a good as a front man. That's what you want. And not being funny, you paired him and Aubameyang off together. Goals will come. Simple as that. Usual said, I'm going to on AFTV soon to take the piss. I need to cheer it up. I'd say he was saying, what do United and Spurs have that Arsenal don't?
What does United and Spurs? What?
What do United and Spurs have that Arsenal don't?
European trophies.
A final. Because I think that Tottenham would be in a final. The answer to that has got to be a final. I was going to say a pair of bollocks, but I knew that would be wrong. But
George, that was born at the moment. Usual, no one talking, definitely silence. Yeah, because obviously in shock. But always be surprised, not at all. Big up to Arsenal, man. Commiserations, mate. Let me know your opinion of what you thought of the game. Not great, was it? Not great. You give it a go. That's the thing. Troy says need to wait for shell shock to diminish, and it turned into unbridled rage. Good evening, Stephen. Hope you're well, mate. See you there, usual. It should be good for a laugh. Yeah, Arsenal mate saying was watching the bottle job.
Yeah, he was.
And West Ham, yeah, and West Ham have as well, yeah. Oh my, Frog saying Egal should be worth strapping in for. Jesus. Arsenal mate saying Luis Enrique less than 2 years process. Arnie Slot 1 year process, not 6 years like Forteta.
There you go. There you go.
And he
How
has
long,
dismantled the team as well.
how long do we want it for? How long do we want it for? We need an elite manager in now.
What's the song? Yeah. When do we want it? Now.
Yeah.
Go
I mean,
hijack
I'm not
Carlo
being funny. If he
Ancelotti.
was manager of Chelsea or Man City, in all fairness, he'd be gone.
Yeah, exactly that. Totally agree on that. You just saying, I want to see that Lee grind his teeth. Oh, West Ham have as well, indeed. Yeah, Harry, yeah. I see that Lee on there as well, yes. Good evening, Harry Monk. Say hello to each other. He's one of the better ones, shows respect. Yeah, Lee's good. I mean, at the end of the day, and that he says it as it is, and he's not afraid to admit if we're shit, they're shit. He'll tell you that. Is it on their usual? Just got to have a look on that. I bet you YouTube's in overload at the moment. I can see the mushroom clouds going over there at the moment.
Look at this. Look at this shit.
What the hell's that? When people say me and my sibling look alike, but I don't look like this.
What the fuck is that?
Yeah.
Is that Mikel Arteta? Because all I can see is that arsehole.
No, it's my brother sent me that.
Oh, did he?
You motherfucker.
So what's he saying? That's you, Fuzzy.
That's what he's basically saying, yeah. Frog
Fuzzy looks like a piece of shit. That's what he's saying.
look like a cat's arsehole, that is.
Medic was coming on it. Could turn it out to be a blessing, mate. Yes, possibly could be. Arsenal Medic say Mourinho, what did he do up front? Need 2 goals. This manager brings on defender. Come on, mate. What? Yeah.
Fucking hell.
You were saying, Troy, has anyone seen Julian? He was on. I think he was on the weekend. They showed him on things.
Stuck going.
Oh, that guy's the biggest. Oh, he's a prick. I cannot stand that guy. That guy is one of the. Do you know when you're young or something like that, you look at someone, and when you hear them, as soon as they open their mouth, it feels like, God, I just want to slap you. You know, he's just that's one of those people. He's just like, God.
Yeah, one of them. Yeah, they will do. Yeah, Man United or Spurs are going to win something by the looks of it. Trosh says, isn't he managing Haybridge Swifts? He's indeed. Good evening, Terence. Good to see you, mate. Good evening, gentlemen. Forgive my late appearance. Don't worry, I'll make up for it. I'm about to say something stupid. No, Will?
Yeah. Terence, message Aaron, your son. Go on. Just stir the pot.
I was going to say, yeah, you could definitely go into that one there, can't you? That's for sure.
Yeah.
Josh saying, not even sure which league they are. They Haybridge Swifts, are they still in the Isthmian or the Ryman's League? I'm not too sure if they're still in that. Colin saying, Anthony, mate, if it was me, I would get rid of Arteta tomorrow. He has not won anything, and all of that money has been spent.
Correct, Colin. Absolutely correct.
So like Terence. Where's my thing on? There it is. Arsenal Manic's putting in there. What has the 1 year he done to Arteta? Why is he on the bench? He's not going to throw him on with 10 minutes to go like he did last time, trailing by 2. Why did he sign Sterling? And Arsenal Manic, if you've seen the remit over the last couple of years, you've seen it with Smith Rowe, Balogun, Saliba went through it. Martinelli went through it. If you do something with Arteta and that, then that's you screwed. You're sitting on that bench forever and a day. But this kid
Yeah, it's all right.
You
So
know,
just carry on. I just got a message. I just got to reply back to a message.
could not be funny.
My mate who's an Arsenal fan. Hi, Ant. Would you give? I would give Mikel Arteta another 5-year contract. So I'm just going to write back to him. You cunt. Send. There we go. I sent it. I just sent it. But he's got my reply. Sorry about that, but you know what I mean. He's an Arsenal fan, and he is Mikel Arteta. He loves it with a passion, like sort of thing.
Right.
He can't do nothing wrong.
Did you see that old Dave OSG? He did one 7 hours ago. OSG eats a tomato to bring Arsenal luck against PSG.
Is that what he did? No, I didn't see that. Yeah, he actually went live and ate a tomato.
Well, it looks like it. He eats a tomato to bring Arsenal luck against PSG. Yeah.
Here, Tom, it wasn't that. Like he didn't like bite. You know, pop the whole tomato in his mouth, swallowed it, and went.
Oh, fucking hell.
That's what he does, doesn't it, Tom? He does it every time. Even if he eats bags of nuts. Do you know what he does? He bought because he lives in Switzerland. He bought on. This is no word of a lie. A massive Frankfurter on when he was live on the show, and he was there eating a Frankfurter, a massive sausage on the show, and I was like, "Oh my god, what am I watching?" I had to turn it off.
Oh, fucking hell. GP saying looks like a gaping arsehole. That's obviously the fuzzy picture. Arsenal Rex saying smash the like and the sub. Usual saying AFTV ended the stream. Got one in at the end of it. Well done, usual. Well done. Timothy saying, and to those of you who think I'm sitting here at home thinking of ways to take the piss out of my son, love you. Yeah, know me as well. So you know me so well, he's saying.
Got Tom Teta in the chat now.
Oh, bloody hell. GB saying, I want to slap Tony when he opens his mouth, but on the bum. Interesting. Frog says, Manic Potter has the same arse backwards tactics as well. Yeah, it's very true. Should at least sign Ivan Tony for 40 million. Yes, mate. Another one that let go. That's
I agree with that.
Matt saying Sterling would even get in my local non-league football team. Yeah, not now anyway. Liam saying the same thing. Delusional FC Anthony. G'day, Kieran. Good to see you, my friend. G'day, chaps. Budgie couldn't make it tonight, so no shark updates this week. Sorry, chaps. I hope he's all right. Mate.
Kieran.
Kieran, good to see you. I hope you're keeping well as well. And enjoy your day, mate, if you're not putting any more comments in. But thanks for coming in, mate, as always. Like that. He ain't done all for the last 5 years. Yeah. Tom Teta, look at that.
Oh, hang on, Sam. Leave it there. I got to zoom in. You know what I like with me zoom? Fucking hell, is a double ringer. Jesus. Tom Teta.
Arsenal, you've got a jobs one F in the years. Kiss my hairy ass. Hello, Kieran. Up you will, fellow. The same. Fresh is saying there better be shark updates. G'day, geezers. There. Frog saying, I was reading through Arteta's phase plan online. The bloke was a fucking con man. How did the Arsenal ball bite into that ball? Yeah, exactly. Why did they bite into that bullshit? Dear me. Brendan saying, Kieran, we'll miss us tonight. More to catch up on next week, definitely. Get the likes, fellas. Thank you, Leon. Kieran saying, only just found out. Hello, all the chat he's saying as well. Arsenal saying,
did you see the PSG tifo before the game?
No. Arsenal bottle jobs.
More like Timo Anthony. That is superb. That's class. Absolutely class. Arsenal mate saying, I've never seen Tony this chuffed on a string, even more so than West Ham winning the Conference League. Terence is saying, Arteta, the only person that relieves the pain of being a hammer. Bless him. Another 5 years, please. They sound like Kieran again. Oi, oi, Kieran. Good to see you. Waving to him there. Yeah, Arsenal mate saying, Frog, sorry, bit up. I read your comments. Good. GP saying, I'll take Arteta over Potter. And big up to Iron Disciple. Big up to you as well. I will reply back to your messages in the community chat. I have seen them, just I've been a bit too busy, but I will answer them shortly. Hope you're well and good to see you in here as always. Oh, wow, look at this one as well now. Lady Tont.
Oh, Lady Tont. Let me have a look at this one.
Take Potter over Arteta.
It's like Damon. Harry Blossoms.
Fucking hell, man.
Sheesh. Donna Cullen's mother there.
After Mate saying, Tony, we've achieved the same as your lot this season. Nothing. Yes, mate, absolutely nothing. Yeah, and the worst part about it, though, is the fact that you're going to get less. You know, looks like you're going to go down a position as well this season. Not good. Iron Salt was saying, yeah, we'll take Arteta over Potter as well. Fuck saying, I'll take an SDD over Eva. I ain't going to count Champions League's qualification. Not good enough yet. Get that as well. GP saying Frog in a world member for 2 months. Yeah. So let me have a look. What's he got on there? So he's got Man United agenda on at the moment. PSG live post-game reactions. Views on sport. Big up to him and that. Arsenal foul again. Shane Gooner live match reactions. Who else is there? PSG in there. They're all on. Old School is on as well. Michael Chelsea. Luca on there. Lion Tex. Lee Gunners on. Obviously. Nolski. All the Arsenal people. Yeah. The Mr. Arsenal podcast. He's on as well.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
Yeah. So what I'm gonna do is when we finish, I'm gonna create my own show and I'm gonna call it a part of wank. That's what I'm gonna call it, the tonight's show.
The views would be off the hip, mate. You do
Yeah,
that?
it would be.
Terence is saying, Arsenal, mate. Sorry, mate, but if you look over the last 5 years, at least we've been we haven't been allergic to silverware.
As long as you're finishing top 4, you're getting Champions League qualification, Arteta's job is not in danger.
And that's the sad part about it.
Unless Berta doesn't go woke. As long as Berta ain't woke, then you might have a chance. There might be a chance that Arteta gets the sack.
Sorry, mate.
I can't show you this because you're going to get copyrighted.
Yeah, but
I've
this is
got
brilliant.
Sky Sports.
Are you seeing the picture of Odegaard?
No, I've got Sky Sports News on, Tom, and his West Ham against Watford, and Palo Di Canio scored it from a free kick. It was unbelievable free kick.
Yeah, I remember that one. No, it just shows you, obviously, Arsenal being knocked out of the competition. And the best part about it, they've got a picture of Odegaard with him ruffling up his hair.
Yeah.
Couldn't capture it any better.
God.
Arsenal saying the first 10 minutes, if buts and maybes, had those chances gone in, may have been a different story. And this is the thing, innit? That's the problem. Juice said I didn't mean to copy that last bit. No worries. Don't worry. Frog saying, GB have always been a member caught in the many. Terence there. Daz is saying Arsenal fans are going to lose it tonight. Yeah, we can say the streams are just kind of going off the hill at the moment. I'm seeing the clouds of mushrooms where the nuclear bombs are going off.
Bloody hell.
They have lost it already, Daz. Terence saying, Daz lost what? They've been doing that all season. But
I can remember that.
What are people setting off nukes up your way, Tony?
It's all the Arsenal channels, mate. Going in the meltdown.
I was just watching West Ham versus Arsenal, October 1999, and I think in a minute, I think you beat us 2-0 in that game. Palo One-Chop scored the first goal.
Palo One-Chop, mate. Yeah.
And Di Canio just scored the second goal past Heeman. Fucking hell, it's all West Ham versus Man United's on now. Gee, Palo Di Canio. Bloody hell.
Told you, mate. Everywhere we go.
I think this was where 1999. I think this could have been. Would that have been Mark Bosnich in goal first? Yeah, I think it was. Or was it that goalkeeper you had, Taibbi or whatever his name was?
GP saying Fuzzy would have, or Muzzy would have his best season if United win a cup. Arsenal and West Ham shite seasons. Totally agree on that.
I think the
Muzzy.
most,
Is that his new nickname? He said it twice
Muzzy.
tonight. Muzzy.
Call me Wuzzy. We only get W's around here if we win Europa League. I want to find that video of that West Ham fan who was playing that violin, and he's singing about West Ham winning the Europa League, and he absolutely trashes the fuck out of his violin at the end of it. I want to find that video again and see a Man United fan make one.
That'd be good.
But trash a different instrument, maybe a guitar or a drum kit.
Bring it.
Or a harmonica.
Cello. Bring out a cello. Yeah, we'll see him trying to trash a harmonica. That'd be great.
An accordion.
Big up Trip, you will. Hello, everyone, he's saying. Good evening, Pepsi, as well. Built on solid foundations. Time for your territory to explain this 6-year bollocks process bollocks. That's very true, mate. It will be in the group chat. I'm sure it will be. Frog saying, could be a blessing in disguise. Arteta will be on another 5 years, otherwise maybe. God, true, yeah. Will the Cronkies react, though? That's the thing. GP. Big up to Uncle Rods as well. How are we doing, guys? We're doing well, mate. How are you doing? What did you think of the game, Uncle? Just let us know your kind of thoughts on that process, what's happened. But yes, we're doing very well, mate. GP can hide a flute as well. And yes, we don't know where he hides it, but we can always guess. That's for sure.
Tom, do you know that room you were sat in? Could you actually put Sky Sports on or no?
I've got the Sky Sports News on at the moment.
Bloody hell, you're watching the wrong thing. This is a West Ham going back from 99 2000 season, and you fucking hell, Paolo Di Canio. Do you remember that goal he scored against Derby County? He ran into the area at an awkward angle, and he uplifted it over the players, over the keeper. Is hit the bar and gone in.
Oh yeah, I see. It's Premier League icons, Paolo Di Canio.
Yeah. You should see his bloody goals he scored. The trouble is, though, you forget it, but then when you watch it, it all comes flooding back to you.
Yeah. Bear with me, mate. Let me get the. There it is. Turn that down. Hey,
that's a copyright right there.
It's legit, yeah. You can blow a flute. I've seen the videos of that as well. I ended up with saying a flute that summons Sullivan to actually spend money is hidden as well.
There you go. blow this thing. Just, pause. blow this thing. Pause.
There's that queuing as well.
Bit like a clanger, that is.
I was going to say, yeah. Tim at the back said, just heard Weight Watchers have gone bust. Yeah. Uncle was saying, scoring one goal over 2 legs is.
Hey, Clanger, what do you think of Arteta's Champions League campaign?
He's right.
Oh, man.
I think they had that in the crowd tonight, Fuzz.
It's like Portsmouth's cowbell guy. It's just one person in the clock end at the Emirates just going.
Yeah, I think when it went full time, he played the music. They played the music at the end of the game, didn't they?
Yeah, true.
Arsenal walking off the pitch.
It's a bit like Spurs' stadium at White Hart Lane when they do that little trumpet of when Spurs go marching in. It's just somebody with a microphone and a whoopee cushion.
I mean, like, you've just been playing the old flute there, and of course, Iron Disciple said, "Hit it." Yeah, look at that. Frog saying Fuzzy's a closet Miles Davis. Yes. Uncle Roger's saying an embarrassment.
It was.
Absolute embarrassment kind of thing. So yes, not good at all. So we're coming in here to the end, and that it's a shame that Budgie's not on because obviously I know most of the people will be obviously there at that stage. But thanks for hanging around with us. There's still 30 of people in the chat will listen to us. GP saying I would love Fuzzy to play that at the LS just to piss off West Ham fans. Yeah, you can imagine that. Get the old microphone on him. And
I'll take it to Wembley and see how long it takes for me to get a stadium live band from Wembley.
Terence is saying the LBGT Arsenal supporters are up in arms at the moment. Fist, fingers, and foot.
Oh God.
Arsenal medics saying. Arsenal medics saying, "Yeah, we have to protect Arteta's value, just like in Ketia." Oh man.
Oh God.
Uncle, take care, guys. I'll join you guys on Sunday. Brilliant, mate.
Take
Yeah,
care,
we look
Uncle.
forward to that
Take
as well. Steve Bill saying Billy Smart's available if you want to get him in. Leicester versus West Ham now. One chop. Look at that. All arms and legs all over the
Look
place.
at that. Wimbledon. That goal, Paddy de Canio's goal against Wimbledon. That was a good goal.
Off goes the shirt. Oh no, he didn't take it off, did he? Just put it over his head. Yeah, usually you're showing your age there. Cat Weasel playing the flute.
Fucking cat weasel.
Arsenal saying, take care, guys. Arsenal, take care of yourself,
See you,
man.
Arsenal.
Commiserations. Chip saying, latest, guys. I will check out the beginning of the stream on playback. Thank you much, sir. Much appreciated. And the same way as usual as well. So as we come up towards Fuzzy, what have you got coming up? Steve
Well,
also saying to you, Fuzzy, might see you on Sunday.
Possibly. I mean, it's a later kickoff, actually. It's 4:15 in Wembley, so I don't know if I'll be back in time for Sunday night takeaway. So I might not be around for that.
Live streaming at Wembley, mate. That's what you got to do. Live streaming at Wembley.
True that. I mean, if I can get a solid enough Wi-Fi connection somewhere, maybe I can sort of jump on for a bit by my phone, because unlike Anthony's phone, mine can actually connect to this shit. But yeah, preview for our game tomorrow, and then the match reaction following that, and then of course some preview for Sunday's game against West Ham. And yeah, I mean, maybe we do a preview on each other's channels, or on my channel, on your channel, whichever.
Sounds good to me.
Is there. So invitation is extended, and yeah, that's pretty much the plan for the
Brilliant.
weekend.
Thank you, mate. Thank you. Iron Disciple, thanks for later. Just got home from work when you guys sign off, but I hope all is well and may the week go well. Yeah, it's not too bad at all, mate, and appreciate you coming in, even though it's come from work. So big up on that one for yourself. Frog saying, have a good tomorrow and be lucky, everyone. Same for you as well, Frog. And don't forget tomorrow, yes, me and Budgie should be back. And I'll check on Budgie to make sure he's okay for the West Ham review tomorrow as well, 8 o'clock. Usual time. Leon saying, Tony, Anthony, Fuzzy, great chat, fellas, and all the Hammers online. Good night. Good night to you as well, Leon. Thanks for being with us, as always. And of course, yeah, then we should hopefully be back for the Sunday night takeaway again. Yeah. Who's that falling on the deck? Look at that. Is that Winterburn?
Yeah.
That's an easy one. Yeah. Is that Arteta going arse over bollocks? Did he wear number 16, Anthony?
Sorry?
Did he wear number 16, Arteta?
I think he did, yeah.
Yeah, there's him going arse over bollocks. Great stuff.
Yeah.
Canute, I mean, he's a great player and all.
Oh, Frederick Canute, yeah. That's some good players then, Tony. I'll be honest with you. Frank Lampard was in your midfield then.
Yeah.
Joe Cole was out on the left.
Thanks, Daz. Night to you as well. Yeah, I mean, Redknapp did build a quite good team, and obviously with Bonzi as well.
Yeah.
Good on Mama Flossie Twitter. God bless. They're saying as well. Pepsi saying, take care. I'll see you again in August. Love it, Pepsi. Terence is saying night, fantastic show as always. Thanks, Terence, and
Good, Terence.
appreciate it coming in, mate. Maybe at some point, Terence, we look up to do an old farts West Ham show together if you're free and available. I'll speak to Warren, see if you're free. But yeah, don't forget if you can share, like, and subscribe, as they say. Don't always kind of band that around, and also make sure if you haven't already, go to Fuzzy's channel and give him a like and share and subscribe as well. When Arteta gets his farming channel, we can't play the music, so I'll get copyrighted on it.
Well, that's right.
So you got to change your theme tune, mate. You got to change your theme tune.
Tom, you can find me on the this show next week on the good, the bad, the ugly. Also on the Sunday night takeaway, and tomorrow, I think I'm gonna have to message him at early time. It's 7 o'clock. I am back temporary with the flip flop.
Flip flop FC.
Flip flop FC with the flip flop. So I'm back there. So I'm going to be doing that now up until the end of the season, and then during, like, obviously with the season, I might jump on there and we could do most probably a few transfer shows and see what's lurking about. Hopefully by then, Mikel Arteta would have pissed off, and we could be talking about a new manager maybe. But apart from that,
we'll see. Yeah, Tony, the Oracle of Time. Yes, old father Tony.
Oh, Bristol City versus Sheffield United playoff tomorrow, 8 o'clock.
I'll look out for that one.
So I'll be watching that game. That's the reason why I want to do it is 7.
That sounds good.
Yeah.
Colin saying good night to all you wonderful people. Pleasure joining you. Oh, God bless to you as well, and same for you as well, mate. And try and get some sleep, Colin. Yeah, 7 hours is not good enough, mate. You need to have a bit more than that. And on that note, the three of us are going to say goodbye. Thanks for being with us. Been an interesting show. Commiserations for Anthony and his team. Hopefully the owners do the decent thing.
Arteta reign forever.
Finish it. I've had all this shit today. Oh, he's crap.
And on the outro song, it is North London Forever.
Oh, you can get fucked. Right.
for the greater good.
For the greater good. West Ham forever. We own these streets. Shit music.